Testing. Okay, cool. I can see myself. Hopefully I'll be able to see people when they arrive. Anyway, oh, what a wonderful time. I better log into Discord.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm
Make
always
sure
ready.
I'm good to go on that side. Oh, hey, White Despair. Oh, nice. Oh, hey, Speed. Who was first? Oh, there's a lot of things going on in this area. I'll come back later. So one second, guys. I'm just opening up all the, you know, all the regular stuff. Gotta go to that Discord server. All right, cool. I'm in chapter 320. Is it 320? Is that the one we're waiting for? Damn. All right. Well, I'm now in the 320 Discord. For some reason, I kept thinking we were at 321. Oof. Okay, so yo, hey Ty. So White Despair, we got Random, Miguel, Speed. Yeah, great. 321. Ah, okay, it is 320. Yeah, okay, I thought so. Sorry, so it's just they misnamed it or whatever. One second. Just still loading up. Alright, cool. So, in the leaks channel, I think that'll be fine. Is there anything going on leaks discussion? Alright, cool, yeah. So I got that set up. We got this one, and I got the Twitter page set up as well. What is best? Tell me, Trip. What is best in life? What is best? Sleep. Sleep is. Wait. What do you mean? Best in life? Uh. Time. Time is best in life. Are you asking me a philosophical question, or are you asking me like a basic question? Because this is a lot, Ty. Like you always give me questions that I don't. You give me questions that are way too wide. Oh, Ray, you got the 5-star spear for Zhongli. Nice, man. Nice. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Inazuma has a bunch of side quests. I mean, I'm excited for the side quests, man. Because that means it'll be just more Primo gems. Alright, cool. So, got that loaded. Now I can see the stuff. It's funny seeing Shion fidget over integration results in slime. I haven't seen the episode yet. I was too busy today. And let's see. It's a reference strip. Ah, okay. Damn it. I'm so basic. I'm sorry, Ty. I let you down. Damn it, man. Oh, I should have been smarter. If only I was more hip with it. Wait, what? Wait. Izuku's promoting fascist ideals? What fascist ideal is Izuku promoting? Izuku's promoting. Okay, no. That's insane. Did you see the Halo multiplayer process? No, I did not. I did see something newsworthy, I think. Where did I see that? One second. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh, oops. That's not what I wanted. I think I saw something interesting today in the articles. Oh, I did see something like that some of the Republicans are trying to draft a bill to give President Biden the powers to like make a safe zone in Cuba, and it's like, bro, that's, you want to give him power to occupy Cuba? Like, come on, man. Let's stop this. This is horrible. We shouldn't be thinking about going to war with Cuba. Okay. White Despair, I saw like a little bit of it on at Sushi's Twitter, but I haven't seen the entirety of the thing. Anyway, in regards to Izuku promoting fascist ideals, I don't know, man.
If you ever want to trade
Can I come to
tactics,
your world?
I'm
No,
always
Ray,
ready.
I don't do that. Sorry, Ray, I don't do that. But yeah, no, man. Like, Izuku's promoting Messiah complex. That's what Izuku's doing. It's a Messiah complex. Like, him taking on all of this by himself isn't fascist. It's self-sacrificing. Like, he's being Jesus. That's what he's going for. And I'm pretty sure that's what the author is also kind of going for here. Just because, like, a main character going into Jesus territory, we kind of get this a lot in general with manga for whatever reason. Like, we know Naruto went ninja Jesus pretty much by the end there, which, again, you know, it's an ideal, right? It's an ideal. Mind you, at that point in time, Naruto had the power to go ninja Jesus, whereas Izuku is just full on, I'm gonna die on the cross, but I'm not gonna be like I'm not gonna be doing anything useful. I'm gonna die on the cross because I'm a kid that can't really look past his nose. Oh, wow.
Absorption test. Animal test 6308.
Then again, if it's Twitter saying that Izuku's fascist, oh, YouTube's not getting enough video to maintain smooth streaming.
Fire, fire, pants on fire.
The answer is Crusher at see them driven before and hear the lemon. Oh, wow. Just wondering if you get it. No, I never saw Conan the Barbarian, man. So now that makes a lot more sense, man. I never saw Conan the Barbarian. I think it was just one of those movies I missed. And the Caribbean doesn't really have like that. The Caribbean doesn't really have a lot of an Arnold culture. So there was never any reason to go watch those classic movies kind of thing. But let me read it again. The answer is crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentations of their women. Yeah, alright. That's pretty hardcore. Pretty hardcore, Ty.
Stand clear. Swirl, mark. La, 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 la.
Oh, wait, what? It's not Izuku, it's... Okay, okay, now I need to even understand more. Cause what Class 1A is promoting is intervention. That's what Class 1A is promoting. They're trying to tell you, hey, don't go dying on the cross for no good reason. Oh, Omar, sorry that you hate Big Mom. Hey, Sarge, it's about people applying pressure on people even when they are refusing. Oh man, is it? Yo, like that's what intervention is, mind you. Like, it's also because like Hero Academia is a violent series. It's because like it's about teenage empowerment and combat and all that. Like, it makes it a little bit more concerning. But still, at the base of it, it's pretty much people trying to intervene. Oh, this is hilarious, man. What am I looking for? Oh, hello, Johnny Bravocado. Who's your favorite Dr. Stone character? Mine's Senku or Tsukasa. Yeah, you know, Common, I like Suika a lot just because she's so useful. And I think in terms of people, like, I like Senku, I like Hyoga, I like Tsukasa, like, I like the competent people pretty much. Oh, I got that one. Yeah, Ty, I got that one. Thanks, Ty. Get to the chopper. Yeah, I got that one, man. Thanks, thanks. Ah, okay, good. Recovered. Yeah, you know, like... Oh, what happened? Weird. I don't really mind people applying pressure on other people and trying to get them to stop destructive behaviors. I really don't mind. I think that's not really fascist. That's just flat out, you know, trying to stop getting people, you know, stopping people from being stupid. I think that's okay.
Would you
Mind you, I don't think it should be kids having to do it, but we've already crossed that bridge multiple times and we understand why it's happening. It's because it's part of the narrative. It's what we're here looking at. But yeah, Twitter has way too much time on their hands, man. Any last minute theories? You know, this past 2 weeks, man, like, I haven't really moved on my ideas. My ideas are, I'm still, again, it's like my position is, I really want Izuku to stop being stupid. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I would love for him to stop being stupid. Otherwise, I think Izuku is going to take the hits here. I think people are going to make pleas at him, but at the end of the day, I think he's still leaving. I think this is gonna be like a big moment where he turns his back on them. Because again, like if Izuku turns his back on the people reaching out for him, it just gives All For One more ammunition to laugh at him with. And I just feel that Horikoshi wants to make a fool out of Izuku right now. Because like the darker you make this, the more you show that All For One knows what Izuku was about, the more you can like make the illusion that All For One is this master planner, which is what Horikoshi does. And the more you can make Izuku's return better. Just, the only thing that throws me off, man, like there's just so many narratives that throw me off. Because then I think, but the second user is there, and he's like, he's okay with the idea of Izuku going with people, and that's making me think like, okay, that sets us up for the possibility that these people go with Izuku to some degree. It just throws me off all over the place, man. But yeah, I feel like in my mind, Stain still needs to talk to Izuku. I think we still need to get that. I got no last minute crazy theories though. I'm so confused. I'm halfway through season 2 of Doctor Stone, and so far Taiju is annoying. Yeah, well, Taiju's Taiju was a decoy protagonist. Like, he's made to be like the stereotypical shonen protagonist. So he's a little bit of a parody. Let's see. Hey, Fizz. Deku isn't trying to be Jesus, but Samson wants to take out the enemy even if it kills him. So Trip, what you said about Makoto still applied to the later episodes? Yes. Like, what I said about Makoto doesn't apply to him in the beginning episodes. It applies to him as the series goes on. Like, the problem with Makoto... Like, I'll tell you right now, random. The issue with Makoto with me is that this guy has his little cringe mode where he gets, like, all dark and whatever. So, the character plays around with being this dark person, but then he's just so stupid, and he's just so naive, and he's just so mean to the other characters in a really particular way. And the other characters are there protecting him from the darkness. So what you end up having with this guy is this guy's getting mad, but then the things that he's getting mad about, it ultimately makes him look stupid, because there's like a segment where he gets mad about the treatment that was the product of the person that Makoto was helping, his bad behavior. So he gets mad and angry at a person who was a victim, but he never gets to find out because the other characters keep it from him because the kid just can't handle it. So that's the issue I have with Makoto, is just he puts on this dark veneer, but he just isn't competent. He just can't handle. Every time he has an opportunity to actually be worthwhile, he screws up, and then he has a tendency to blame people around him, or to just, again, badly manage the people around him. Like, ungrateful. Like, he has ungrateful undertones. He's just overall a very unpleasant character to have to deal with, and it just, when I'm reading it, and when I read it back then, I'm so happy that I saw it again, because like it reminds me of it. But when I'm reading him, it's just, I don't want to follow a guy that's so ungrateful in general. I don't want to follow a guy that's so stupid, especially with him having that cringe mode where he just gets angry and dark and starts talking like he's a big boy in the playground. When he talks like that, it's just like, I don't care. I think you deserve every single thing that you get. Every mistreatment you get from the goddess, I think you deserve it. Every little thing you complain about, he opens up the anime complaining about the fact that his heroines are a dragon and a spider, and it's like, they are good to you. Screw off, man. You're the worst. You're quite literally the worst. Yeah, no, man. Like, the character is just annoying. It's very unpleasant in certain spots. But if I had to make the criticisms about him, I'd have to be very careful, because like people might like Makoto, because the actual spots to criticize him, like, I have to bring up the exact moments and talk about what the problem is there, and then it would be like a very structured takedown to point out why the character sucks, or like why he leaves such a bad impression on me. But yeah, that's my answer, random. Makoto is better the earlier he is, but like by the end of it, I'm just thinking, you deserve every single thing you get. Every single thing that happens is because of your own incompetence. Like, suck it. And it goes in just his character and everything. Like, he gets mad about that girl that he screwed over, or not this screw over. Like that was actually not bad on him. Like he was honest with her. But he gets mad about this girl and he just shuts out everyone else, and it's just like, yeah, no, you're just a terrible person. Again, I'm happy that the goddess sent you away because God, you deserve it. Yeah, he doesn't deserve it. Like before the isekai starts, he doesn't deserve it. Everything he does after the isekai starts, I have to be very careful. Like I get very animated about it when I'm ragging on characters, but I have to be fair as well. Now I feel that it's important to specify that the person who was making the claims about Class A being fast was spamming it to the point that they wound up getting banned. Ah, excellent. Ah, I love ragging on characters though. Omni-Man Deku coming through. I'm hoping this isn't a three-parter and they save Ochako, Ida, and Baku for last. Well, this one's going to be the climax, I believe, right? That's what we got last time. So it's going to be climax, and so that probably means we'll get like the big chunk of the final say here, and then probably next chapter's Fallout. I think that's what I would go with if we're trusting it being climax. Uraraka drops the Prego bomb and Izuku snaps out of it and gets a 9-5. Yeah! Fingers crossed. To me, personally, the odds of Izuku getting away on his own is about 20%. Fair, fair. That's totally fair, man. Like, I'm not even sure how I can give odds here. I hope the trader is not someone that no one would care about. Like, would you care if Sato was a trader? I would not. No, I wouldn't. I still think, you know, if Horikoshi wants to be crazy and make Midnight the traitor, man, I would be 100% in, because I would want to see the mental gymnastics people would have to do to justify that one. But otherwise, yeah, you know, I'm okay with anyone at this point, as long as like Nejire still, I would be very okay with Nejire being traitor. Hori likes keeping the story direction open. Yep, traitor is Ida. When Luffy defeats Big Mom, Luffy gets best character of the earth. No better character except for Zoro, because yeah, Big Mom. Okay. Oh, hey, Dabi Totoro. Oh, Dabi. Didn't think that Dabi would still be using that last name. There is no traitor. It could also still be Izuku too, though, like a sleeper cell kind of traitor. Oh, good, random trainer. Thank you for saying you get what you're saying, get what I'm saying, because it's just hard, because I'm talking about things that happen in the future, and it's hard to reference them properly. Remember when people thought Kirishima was the third user? I do, Common. Thank God that's dead. Hey, Trip, I heard you were talking trash about. I bet you won't have anything smart to say to my face. What face, bro? Like, you call that a face? I call that a rag that someone shit out. No, but this is probably, like, who might this be? Because if someone knows that we're talking trash about him, let's see. That might be Death Ray. It might also be Outlaw. Like, those are the two people I can think of, unless this is another person altogether. My traitor suspects are Nedzu or Monoma, but at the same time, I'm not sure there's a traitor anymore. Oh, Poison. Nedzu has like been a classic. I'm not sure about Monoma. And Monoma recently got tied to Shinzo in that interview, so I'm not sure about it being Monoma in any which way. Just because of the Shinzo tie. Nedzu is still like a classic though, Poison. I personally don't want it. Like, I really want a crazy thing. I really want to be just surprised and wowed. So I really want something that makes no sense on first glance. Because Nedzu makes too much sense, you know. Deku has the right idea with being relentless for stopping evil. He just needs support like Batman. Even Batman can't do it alone. Alfred alone saved him from his own madness, keeps him from falling. Good point, Ty. Good point. And that's like... that's why we have the situation with the second user saying like allies, right? Or like implying that allies are the best thing. Animamus, the person I want to talk to. Animamus, Digimon survived 2022. I'm so sorry, Animamus. 2022. Inazuma's been nice, but it's a region that makes me hate how Genshin deals with verticality and exploration. Oh, interesting. Is it because of the way the Oculus are hidden, man? My traitor suspects are Kaminari, Deku, Nezu, and Nejire. Yeah, Common. I've already said this, but like my serious one is for me, serious traitor pick is whatchamacallit, Mei. And then my not serious picks, like the crack picks, are Izuku, Nejire, maybe Blood King, and Shoji. And now Midnight, because Midnight's just funny to think about if it actually is her. Come on, Ida being a traitor would be so good. You never suspect the person following the rules. Well, the thing is, I'd never suspect the person that got actual character growth, right? Like, Ida's shown so much failure that's why I wouldn't think he's the traitor. The robots are the traitors. Oh, yeah, that could also be a good one. Hey, Trip, how do you feel about the exploring Inazuma outside of just having something to explore? I like it more than Leeway. I like sometimes seeing the prettiness of it. I like finding surprises. I like the Tanukis. I like the puzzles a little bit. Overall, there's a lot more little puzzles, so I enjoy that. But a lot of it, I just like having somewhere to go. Kind of random, but I love how My Hero Academia Ultra Impact added the movie Deku back on Todoroki with the quotes in a banner with super attacks and a story event before the movie even released. Oh, but that's how it goes, right? Sorry, that's how promotions go in general. It never made sense that Kirishima was a third user even from the silhouette. Yeah, Speed's right. That one was kind of reaching. The electro damage is so annoying before the quests that clear it. Yes. Oh, there's quests that clear it. Oh, hey, Kenneth. I've always thought from the beginning that the traitor is the teacher from Class 1B. Oh, Kenneth, Blood King. Excellent. That's one of my crack theories. Suyu being a traitor would be so unbelievable. I love it. Yeah, if Suyu was a traitor, I'd be like, holy crap, this girl has a family and she's teaming up with the evil side. If it was Nezu, I'd be very interested to see how Nezu would react to that, since based on his internal thoughts, he would be completely unaware that he was a traitor. Yes. Yes. That does make it very interesting. I've been exploring this whole time without clearing it because I haven't done Act 2 of the Archon quest. You're telling me there's a quest that clears it. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, Dobby's... Oh, disrespect ends now. You'll regret making fun of me, Trip. Oh, Dobby. Dobby, nah, man. We appreciate you here. There's no bigger joke in Hero Academia that we can all get behind laughing. Like, you bring people together. I hope it's someone crazy. My idea is that Nezu was experimented by the doctor and his... I mean, that's a way of going about it, right? Like, just say sleeper cell. But I would, like... It's just like what Despair said. I would love to see that fleshed out. If it's Nezu, like, I want to see it, and I want to be able to say, like, okay, you know, like, fair enough. You know what? The author put a lot of effort into that, and I can appreciate that, right?
Ready? Steady.
Ochako. Yeah, Ochako being a traitor is like another old theory.
To ashes.
Like, someone has had a traitor theory for Ochako for a very long time. And, you know, it's funny because, like, for that traitor theory that got really popular about it being Ochako, like, it's, that traitor theory is predicated on Ochako and the fact that she had really bad moments. Like the moment that she told Izuku and them to not go after Bakugo and all that kind of stuff. So it's funny because that that traitor theory revolves around using the times that Horikoshi just wasn't good at writing Ochako and saying that that's just an indication of malice, which again is hilarious when you think about it. And mind you, I'm being a little bit meaner there because I just want to rag on Horikoshi and Ochako in general. I hope it's someone crazy like Aizawa, Suyu, Shoto, but it'll probably be someone obvious like Kaminari. I really hope it's not Kaminari, man. Like, I'm done. And Kaminari is another one you have to justify some weird stuff with him. Like, you have to justify how his feelings for Jiro kind of relate to everything. Just to make sure. So he's kind of like Nezu in that particular arena. Woo! All right. Oh, I missed a bunch of stuff here. All right, let's see. Dark Shadows, the traitor, doing stuff behind Tokoyami's back. Animamus, did you hear my thing about Digimon Survive being 2022? I don't know if you said something about it already. I might have missed it. 1 second, guys. I'm just looking at the volume 31 cover again. Like, I see that there's a copy on Atsushi's Twitter, so I'm just looking at it again. Oh, it's just Izuku. So the one with Izuku holding on to the point of light. That's really pretty.
Toodaloo.
Really interesting. Oh, is All Might also wearing like his UA uniform, sort of? Oh, that's interesting. Interesting. I think there isn't a traitor, but Alpha One used some technology to get the info. He wanted them to think there was a traitor. I think that'd be very, very fair if he did that too. Strike the Blood Season 4 fight ended recently after all the time in between episodes. Okay, nice. Careful, Trip. If you keep mocking Dobby, he'll do something horrible like say your full name out loud. Oh my gosh. A guy named Xavier. Takes multiple days, I believe. That was Viz. Okay. The traitor is this point has to be significant, otherwise it would be a complete bust. I would like a reveal just... Oh, Ochak was a better joke. Okay. I would like a reveal just so they can stop posting about it on Reddit every single day. Oh! I didn't know they were doing this every single day. I still don't understand how people think that the second user gauntlets are in any way similar to Bakugo's just from a functionality of Bakugo's quirk. Yeah, no, I think the gauntlets probably help the second user do something, but I still think it's a release of energy or something like that. Inko's a traitor. She's so proud of Deku. She goes around saying my son is doing this and that. She does not know she's a traitor. Oh, common. Yeah, we have a variation of that theory where like it's just a proud parent going to the bar and talking to their friends about how awesome their child is. Ochako being a traitor theory was people want to make her relevant, interesting. That's very true, Poison. Because like the Ochako traitor theory is there to try and make up excuses as to why Ochako was so lame. Make Momo the traitor. She's intentionally holding back her powers for the villains. Maybe she's being forced by a villain by her family, but she doesn't want to and tries to be a hero. I mean, it'd be interesting because like her family's rich. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people recently doing the same thing with Ochako, not with Aoyama. They keep saying that Aoyama is a traitor because he was against the idea of going after Izuku. Like and they forget Aoyama's a coward. Aoyama's very scared. That's probably why he says that kind of stuff. It's only somewhat because of the oculi, but also because Genshin has super varied cliff faces, which makes climbing a nightmare. Oh, I agree. Trip, why don't you step into the ring and 1v1 me? Guy, you can't even use your own weapon. But sure. I would 100% 1v1 Dobby. I just take a fire extinguisher to the face and you probably crumble away. I didn't hear Digimon Survives 2020. Oh, yeah, sure, Animamus. So Animamus, if you go to Silicon Era, I don't know if you use that website, but that's the one I use. SiliconEra.com. You can go there, and they have the news report. So let me see if I can get another spot for you here. But yeah, Silicon Era. So I'll read you the article. According to a financial report by Toei, Digimon Survive is now delayed until an unspecified 2022 release window. No official announcement has been made about the delay outside the information disclosed through the report. So if it's a financial report, it must have been like one of the stock meetings. And I'm looking at the PDF right now, Animamus. And the PDF is in Japanese. So we won't be able to get information out of there. But Silicon Era looks at Japanese media sources. So keep that in mind. Yeah, that's pretty much what we got. Toei Animation did not share the reason for the delay through its financial report. So that's what I have there. Let's see. All Might looks weird in the cover. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like it's a style. Families with the 1,000-year blood feud come together to make fun of Dobby. He does do some good. Yeah, he does. Any spoilers yet? No spoilers yet, Mr. Amon. Not that I can see here. And of course, if anyone spots spoilers on any of the other websites, please let me know. Or let the chat know and I'll catch up to it. I hate the theory that Aoyama is a traitor. Me too. Is there any flaws you see in all the episodes of Realist Hero so far, Trip? It's a little bit tricky, Random. This time around, they're doing what they did with whatchamacallit, 86. They're doing one season for the volume, so it's a full adaptation. They're adding more than they're removing. So in terms of transmitting the information through, I don't see any problems right now. Like, I think if I had to find problems, I'd have to really nitpick. But yeah, no, in terms of information transmission, it's fine. In terms of, well, making an entertaining product, that's the issue with Realist. Realist is a political show. I think the other issue is because sometimes they only adapt 30 pages. Sometimes they only adapt like maybe 30 pages, I believe, of the light novel, which isn't a lot, and sometimes they adapt even less. So that might be the biggest thing, is that if they don't pad out the episodes properly, it might just be kind of boring, like more boring than it would be for this kind of subject matter. But yeah, like in terms of information, I'm pretty happy with it thus far. I do think they are removing a few spots here and there, but then they're putting it in other spots, so I can really appreciate that. I'm curious how the name reveal will go. Maybe mute the audio with music playing full blast. I think so. I think so, because that's usually how they do it for anime, Sarge, for Dobby stuff. And then Jason said, yeah, asking about Trader in some form is very, very common on Reddit. It's the longest existing mystery plotline. Excellent. Trip, if you use Ryo Haki in your eyes, can you get laser eyes? No, I think you gotta use your observation Haki to get red eyes. I'm reminded of a funny comic I once saw where Aizawa goes to a villain bar and gets drunk and complains about UA, saying things like, and now we had to rent a whole forest for their summer camp. Yeah, that's pretty much what I imagine could happen too, man. What if there is not Trader? Toga disguises herself as someone and gets secrets. No, it's not that. You want to know why? Because when the villains went in to go and get summer camp, Toga was told to get as much blood as she could. That's one of the big indicators. Shigaraki doesn't know who the Trader is. I don't think the Trader goes through Shigaraki. The Trader goes through the information broker, most likely, just because Shigaraki logically wouldn't need Toga to go in there and get multiple blood points to be able to sneak in if that's actually what he needed her to do. And again, like, Toga comes in later, so that's why I think it's not Toga. Also, people are saying episode 19 is the Shirakumo stuff. Go figure. Nice. I always believe that Aoyama knows who the Trader is and hinted still water runs deep. Yeah, no, like, when he says still water runs deep, Poison, when I read that, I thought he's saying, oh, he runs deep, because Aoyama is self-aggrandizing, right? That's how I interpreted it. Because he could be saying, like, yeah, man, I have a lot of problems, and I have a lot of fears, but I try to look pretty on the outside so that people don't notice that I'm really self-conscious on the inside. That's how I interpreted it. I think Hori was trying to avoid having the kids too compromised morally so that he could justify the pure-hearted hero's rhetoric he's going for right now. Fair enough. That's a really interesting point, Speed, and I can see it. Oh, dang it. I just realized what I was doing. The Trader was there before Toga joined the league. No milk in the cereal is the true answer. I am one of those people that pours milk in, then the cereal. Any fun BS spoilers on 4chan? Oh, let me check. Let's see. 4chan. Let's see if we can spot something. So I'll search hero. Alright. There's a funny BS spoiler on 4chan. I'll yeah, I think this is just it's stupid. I'll let you guys know, but it's super stupid. Deku knocks out Todoroki and Tsuyu with Fajin. If he goes from 0 to 100 without any kind of transition, that's a little bit too much. Ida grabs Deku and tries to bring him back to Tokoyami, but Deku floats away and leaves Ida on a tree. My question is, why did Ida not have Mineta's balls sticking on his hands if he's going to try to grab Izuku? The rest call out to Izuku, but he ignores them. Uraraka and Bakugo meet Deku in the air. They tell him to come back. Uraraka is angry and asks Izuku why didn't it trust her with his secret. Bakugo finds it funny and mocks her, saying he knew the whole time, which makes her cry. That's so dumb. Deku says he'll punish Bakugo for making Uraraka cry. Bakugo kicks Uraraka away in the air and grabs her hair, flying higher and higher. Izuku is livid and chases after them into the sky. That's so edgy. Like, that's just like, that's some kind of like, that's the start. Okay, and someone's saying like those ones are posted like 6 or 7 hours ago. So that's why they're not real. But no, man, that's so edge, man. That's like a little bit of a teenage angst comic right there. There's other, let me see if these are real spoilers. There's another one here that was written in Japanese. Huh. Okay, so the other one actually is going to take a little bit of effort here. So there's ice wall jumping platform when he's recaptured the bombers. So I'm thinking like he lets Bakugo recapturing him. Aid, uh, there's a protective coating, expanded cold heat wave plus non-gravity. Okay, so that's probably. Oh God, the Japanese is so bad, and even Tripl-L isn't fixing it. Um, expanded cold heat wave. That's Shoto's attack, and then that's added to non-gravity, and you have explosive turbo cluster propulsion. So that must be referencing Ida, and then it says Ida, whose body can withstand the speed, fires and grabs Izuku's hand, and then Ida says, "I won't let go." It's Ingenium that runs everywhere and takes the hand of a lost child. Okay, this actually sounds pretty reasonable, aside from the first bit where I can't decipher it. Um, and then I think Ida says, "Minding your own business is the essence of being a hero, isn't it?" This is that line might be a bad translation of something having to do with Izuku always butting into people's lives. Um, Number 321, Class A to One for All. The color is Class A members in green clothes plus Aizawa plus all my troops. All Might, maybe plus All Might. And if they're, I don't know, that one's actually a little bit more reasonable. I mean, still kind of trash to try and figure out what it's saying, but that's probably the most reasonable thing here. So let me get to the bottom of your comments, guys, and then we can talk more. It's possible. Oh, let's see. I doubt Toei Animation will keep track of the video game. That's Bandai's area. But seriously, Bandai said they'd make an update in spring. Just say it's delayed till 2022. Why is Digimon? It is in Kingdom Hearts. I don't know, Anime Miss. What if school nurse is a traitor and she's a traitor because she's the husband of All For One's doctor? Oh, that'd be interesting. Yes, Speed. No milk and cereal is the best answer. All right, Trip. Since you're too scared to fight me, I'm going to go to bed. It takes plenty of sleep to look as beautiful as I do. I do not want to know what Dobby looks like when he's sleep deprived. Low expectation for the quality of the ending fight, or will it be a decent affair? I think it'll be decent. I think it'll be maybe like around the same levels as Bakugo fight during joint training. I think that's probably where I'm like kind of imagining it. But like if it looks terrible, I would be 100% happy because I'd love to talk about it. Oh, Dobby has an Endeavor body pillow. All right, that's really Dobby. That's 100% Dobby. It would be drunk Vlad complaining about 1-8 outshining his kids. Oh, maybe. Think sometime next year we might get season 2 for Spider. 2023, I would say. I thought Oyama said something like "Beware of the snake in the grass," or maybe it was a fan translation. Fan translation. It's the same thing though. In terms of like the idea that there's more hidden that you can't see. Trip, did you see that? Although that one has a more negative connotation. Did you see the art of Oyama that Horikoshi drew for the exhibition? Yes, I did, Mr. Amon. I think that's anxiety. I don't think that's traitor. I hope it's anxiety. I hope it's not traitor. Oh, Omar. No, Dobby. Dobby has a body pillow. Like, the moment I knew that we were talking to the real Dobby was the moment that he said that he had an Endeavor body pillow. 100%. Deku would attack. Going back to Moonlit Fantasy, I've read fairly far in the manga, and I do believe Makoto should act a bit nicer towards Tomo and Mio. Oh, okay, so you've read the manga, yeah. No, man, like, there's a lot of, like, Makoto is just... Look, when you have a character going in rage mode, you have to be really careful, because you have to make sure that when a character is losing his sense of common sense, or, like, when he's getting so cringy, like that, you have to make sure that that cringe is directed at something correct. So if you have a character having rage mode, and then, you know, he's ultimately playing for the bad side through that rage mode, and ultimately you have a situation where other characters are telling him not to trust things so easily, and he's still doing it, you don't have, like, that's not a compelling character to keep following. Like, not even character flaws can really justify that, because at that point, it doesn't look like there's character flaws, it just looks like there's mishandling of the character. That would probably be the most legitimate way I can probably lob the argument to that character. Like, it's just not fun. Like I hate when I say like too much. It's just not fun. Isekai is supposed to be, well, I hate to say it, but Isekai is supposed to be like about the power fantasy. And when you have a character like that that is ruining the fantasy of, you know, having a team of cool people, and he's ruining the fantasy by just being stupid and then just being mean in general, it's like, I just don't prescribe to that. And Moonlit Fantasy doesn't have other elements that lets me look past it. I mean, I can watch series with mean characters. I can watch Overlord, I can watch Tanya, because those two series are actually really well done, where I can respect the things that are being done there. But Moonlit Fantasy doesn't reach the level of those two when it comes to getting me to watch a character I don't like all the time. And that would be, again, like, my opinion on it. If I was to give Moonlit Fantasy, you know, if I ignore Makoto during his cringiest moments, I actually still really enjoy it. What if Hori explores the Nomu's possibility in the story? Well, I would like that. I interpreted Still Water Runs Deep as to beware the quiet ones. And the first one I thought about the trader is Shoji. Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, Koda as well would be that kind of person, but Shoji is... I'm skeptical of him because his outfit looks like a jester's outfit, and clowns in hero settings are just never a good thing. And also, Shoji has baggage. Even in joint training, Shoji is being made to feel bad when Pony just says that she finds octopods icky, and it's just, don't hurt Shoji's feelings like that, man. It sucks. But yeah, I'm concerned about Shoji. I know, right? White Despair? What? It's just so edge. Since when did this chat become an episode keeping up with Todorokis? The end of the chapter will be Uraraka hugging Deku. I can feel it happening. I feel like that one had enough rhetorics involved that it could potentially be possible. Probably no, but still. Let's see. Dobby is like a fat kid that smells never ends. I feel like this is Outlaw. I feel like Outlaw is the only one that has the energy to do this. What's funny is that people are in denial of Izuku Ochako from happening. Yeah. I mean, like, Izuku Ochako is by far, it looks like the official couple. Like, to get that not happening, we need a giant upset. Let's see. I'd laugh if Ochako brings up the conversation she had with Toga while dealing with Izuku. That'd be funny. By the way, The Beach was the second most watched streaming program in Japan for the week. Nice. Okay, so wait, let me reread that. Yo, wait, actually, Jason, where did you get that data from? Do you get it from Oricon? Like, I want to know, where do you get that data from? Because I want to be able to follow that data as well. That sounds hilarious. So, okay, second most watched streaming program in Japan for that week. That's just so hilarious. Yes, we all know the truth. Beach episodes bring the money. That's why they did it. I feel so if that's true, I feel so justified saying that the point of that episode was the bikinis. Oh my god, yes, prove me right. No, this is great. This is great because this means they're gonna do it more often now because they know this is where the money is. Look, if anyone ever said that Bones was stupid, it's like, nah, they're not stupid. Those guys know how to make money. Those guys did everything knowing they'd still make money. And exactly, yeah, Bones knows their audience well, if that's true. Can you imagine Dobby coming out of the shower, just dead skin everywhere? What would it smell like? Guy, that man could condition, that man can shampoo, that guy can scrub himself with soap. Actually, he probably doesn't, because, like, you see how damaged he is. It probably would hurt him to scrub himself right. This guy probably has, like, underneath all the creases of his burnt skin, he probably has just so much filth and just disgusting fungus growing under there. I just don't see it being a good... I'm not even sure the guy showers. I mean, I wouldn't blame him if he doesn't. It just looks so painful being Dobby. Oh god, he's so pathetic. What a pitiful existence. Heck, man, I once had really bad burns. I feel for him. I feel for him, but God, I'm so happy he's evil because it makes it so much easier to just make fun of him. All right.
When the sun's out, bathe in sunlight.
And can you imagine stapling dead skin to your body because you just can't get over the fact that you burned. Like, man, come on. Okay, so she's at the top, huh? Just, wow, Dobby. Wow. Gem Ranking Club. Ah, thank you, Jason. I've never heard of that one. Gonna go to it. Let me just check it out. Oh, interesting. Oh, sorry, guys. That's the... You know I'm doing a Google search when that beep comes up if you hear it. Deku will be with Hagakure, not Ochako. Honestly, my hair has the weakest Bleach episode fan service. The Bleach Beast episode was the best. Well, Bleach has actual women and not children, right? So if you think about it, there's a little bit of a really uncomfortable area that you can't really showcase the girls too much. As thirsty as the audience might be, you can't showcase those girls a little bit too much because it's like you're going into that gray area where you're really sexualizing kids. But in Bleach, you have women who are like over 1,000 years old. In Bleach, there's no issue if you want to go all the way and sexualize those characters. Especially when you have a cast with people like Yoroichi and Matsumoto. It's like, yeah. Like, Bleach is for cultured taste. I haven't even seen the... were they in bikinis the whole episode? You know, Ty. It was just for the portions they were on the beach. But the point here is that there's a particular audience that's very thirsty for these girls. Maybe Dobby just disinfects himself by engulfing himself in his flames. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one, Animamus. If you saw Kung Fu Hustle, I want to see Froggy using frog style used by the old man. Oh, yeah, no, I did see Kung Fu Hustle. I love that movie. Okay, let me just also beyond viewership, the episode was highly rated as well. Excellent, excellent, good. Of course, if you're an anime only, you're watching this show. If you're a child and you're watching this show, so you're probably anime only. You're gonna enjoy it, like, because again, you know, to actually berate it, you need to be really into the reads to know what's going on in the background. And again, I said it in my review too. I want to enjoy it. I really think it's nice to see the kids having slice of life. It's just the atmosphere was the wrong time. But no, this is great. This is 100% great. I haven't even seen the... no, I got that. I'm sorry, Trip. Oh, for Yumi, that's just whatever. All about those figures of Ochako, Suyu, and Neji in bikinis. Yeah, don't worry. They have ugly bikinis. None of the girls look attractive. Disappointed that Jita didn't look any good. Yeah, but that just, again, goes to show what kind of things we're looking at. My Hero Academia didn't go full in on the beach episode, just briefly touched on it. Trip, you probably think I'm playing when I say Ochako should... Yeah, I'm glad Bikini didn't re-spark the debate over whether the anime made any characters more fit than they were in the manga, because it was such a dumb Twitter drama. Yeah, but that's the kind... Like, you have to understand, the Twitter drama comes from Tumblr, because Tumblr moved to Twitter, and we know what Tumblr rhetoric is like. But, yeah, I'm glad it didn't re-spark anything. I'm glad that everyone's just kind of used to this now. This is pretty cool. So I'm looking at the Gem website now. Jason, thank you for showing me it. I will learn how to navigate it to be able to find cool little things here. Enjoy entertainment with data. I do love my data with entertainment. Yeah, it looks really neat. Anyway, I bet Trip is a Mr. Compress simp. Oh, no, I'm alright. Let's see. You know what's funny about Dobby's quirk? Technically, he's highly resistant to flames. Otherwise, he would die immediately once using his quirk. In fact, he was able to burn Shoto. Yeah, no. Even though he has a body that takes damage from it, he's still really resistant. Vader still is the #1 burn victim. Genitals burned off, unable to deal with the skin. Can't even scratch it because of his suit. Light hurts his skin. He basically walks in his own coffin. Yeah, pretty metal. Am I the only female audience who watches beach episodes to look for swimsuits and hope it exists in real life? I don't know why anime made the swimsuits look good. Oh, you know what, Poison? I too look around, not for beach episodes, but I look at anime characters to see cool stuff, like to see new fashion. Though for that kind of stuff, you're better off looking at Fairy Tail or Bleach, right? Bleach, you have Kubo, who's practically a fashion designer. Looking at Bleach costumes is just a wonderful time. Does he just need weaker flames? Well, that's the thing, Jason. I feel like if he was using weaker flames, I think he'd be okay. But maybe there's a thing. You know how Endeavor overheats? Maybe Dobby also has an overheat problem where he can use whatever flame he wants, but the longer he uses it, the more it bakes his skin from the inside out. Maybe that's actually what we're seeing, because the man's using high temperature flames very often, and he doesn't accumulate burns as quickly as he should be. Clownfish TV want Western comic company workers work to death like Jap. Well, no, I don't want that. If they want to do fan service, they should have had the adult heroes like Merkle, Mount Lady, and Midnight, for example. Yes, I would have really appreciated that as well. But no, now, look, maybe now that they know that they can get away with this kind of fan service, maybe they up the ante on the next round. Or add Momo and Mina in the beach episode, I would be happy. I feel like I would have been happy just seeing all the underutilized characters in the filler episode instead of just Ochako. If you actually just went from person to person and just showed what they were doing for their training, I think I would have been very happy for that. Because at least then you don't have to show them all working their butts off the way Izuku is. But then you can just show them and little things that they learned. Oh, hey, Gohan. Time waits for no man. The water animation looked nice. Yeah, I loved Ryukyu summoning giant tornadoes of wind from her wings with one flap. That was pretty choice. Anyway, to go back to the wait, let me just pull it up here. Oh, nice, Gohan. Nice, nice, nice. So 1 second, I'm just gonna reload 4chan, see if there's any leaks going on. And guys, if Atsushi does something on Twitter, let me know, because I'm not keeping an eye on the Twitter feed. So, for anyone keeping score, right now we have a situation where on 4chan we're being told that there's a possibility that there's a lot of Ida dialogue going on. And right now with the Ida dialogue, this isn't the worst thing. Like, the 4chan spoiler has the combination of expanded cold heat wave, which is talking about Shoto's specific ability, and you have non-gravity. So what it's probably saying is that there's a combo move where they're using Shoto to propel someone, and they're using non-gravity or zero gravity to take out their weight to make the propulsion even better. And then it's Ida's whose body can withstand the speed. So that's what we have there. We have the idea that Ida grabs him, and Ida's talking to Izuku the most, quoting different lines that we've seen in Hero Academia before. And of the lines that he's saying here, Ingenium is the one that runs everywhere and takes the hand of a lost child. I don't see anything that says that's impossible. And then minding your own business is the essence of being a hero. I think this might be like not minding your own business is the essence of being a hero as well, because this is a bad translation. So really the two rhetorics, everything here makes sense. I don't see any reason why something like that can't happen in the chapter coming up. And it's only a small snippet, so we're not having a serious issue here, because this could be like 2 pages of a 15-page chapter. But in the case of whether or not there's any more, I don't see anything else here on 4chan. He burned high quality that will likely heat resistance as well. So he was pushing temperatures upwards of 3,000 degrees Celsius. Yes, he knocked out Izuku with just heat. Yeah, it's funny people think he needs a power-up. I don't think so. I don't think he needs a power-up. I think he just needs something that helps his body not burn, right? That, I guess you could call it a power-up, but that's pretty much it. He just needs to be able to not burn. So if All For One gives him the same kind of regeneration that Shigaraki has, I think that'll work perfectly for him. Given that Shigaraki can regenerate just from... Well, we've seen him. He can just regenerate like nothing.
test 6308. Absorption test. Time to
I
go.
initially thought Ochako was going to make Ryukyu lighter so she would fly faster. Oh yeah, no, you can't take common sense into that episode.
Wait a minute.
All right. Also, of the adults, we could have seen Kamui Woodface without his mask. Oh yeah, that would have been neat. I want to see what his face looks like as well. That would have made sense, so that wouldn't have happened pretty much. Sounds like Choto, Chako, and Ida are replicating the fast speed Izuku can use with Fajin. Pseudo 100%, assuming the spoilers are correct. Oh, good point, man. Good point. Yo, very good point, White Despair. That is a replication of it. So Chris asked if I saw the Jujutsu Kai spoilers. I haven't. So I'm going to very quickly go and see if I can find them. I want to see what Jujutsu Kai is saying. Give me a quick second here, guys. I'm just Googling. Jujutsu Kai. Let's see. 153. Okay. So Jujutsu Kai spoilers. Ah, yes. It's focusing on Yuji. Gambling match. Okay. Oh, they're trying to get Hakari. Okay. Yuji was only able to join the tournament. Meanwhile, Megumi was able to join the tournament because Hakari didn't allow it. And for anyone been asking about Nobita, Yaga, Zenin, nothing is mentioned about them. Megumi believes that Hakari doesn't want to get involved with anyone from Jujutsu School since he got suspended. But only Yuji was able to join the match. A new third-year student appears. Oh, she's Hakari's girlfriend. Okay, and Kiara. That sounds really cool. Wonderful that Jujutsu Kai has their spoilers out already. Let's see. I see in My Hero Academia my related things entitled. I click. Oh, hey, Michael Good. But the no burning body means he effectively has no weakness, and his quirks are already stronger than Endeavor. Yeah, that would. I mean, that's unfortunately what it goes into. But if you think about it from the perspective of like, if the author really wants Dobby to walk the talk, he has to make Dobby have no weaknesses. And so to do that, I do feel like he needs to put Dobby at a similar point to Shigaraki. And I think if you have Endeavor and Shoto coming in there to stop Dobby, I think what you will end up having is you have Dobby without weaknesses, and then you have Shoto, who technically also, his quirks are there to prevent the weakness that Endeavor has. So in a way, if Shoto shows up and he is the one doing the fight with Dobby, you kind of have a little bit of a balance there. And if it's Shoto and Endeavor together versus Dobby, you then have an interesting situation where you can have these two, Shoto there effectively making Endeavor's weakness non-existent. So I think there's some rhetorics that you can apply here to kind of balance them out in terms of fighting Dobby. I think it would be really cool. I think it could work if the author is careful with it, because in my mind, no weakness Dobby is pretty much the perfect match for Shoto and Endeavor team up. Oh, Chris, but on the point of the Jujutsu Kai spoilers, it kind of sounds like it's a oh good god. It kind of sounds like it's a slow chapter. Do you think Burning may come back? If she come back, what will she do in the current arc? I don't think she comes back in the current arc. I think they're all busy. I think she comes back for one of the final war arcs, probably, just to help out Endeavor, like just seen in the background. I think she's such a pretty design that I think the author's gonna want to keep using her. That's why I see her coming back for a little bit. But it's just gonna be little things, just gonna be her in the background, just helping out. Like kind of the same way that Centipeter is shown in the background, or like, you know, we knew what Centipeter was sort of doing. We get like little updates on him and that kind of stuff. That's what I imagine for Burning. I'm not really gonna expect too much more from her. Dobby's susceptible to heat because of his mom's side of his quirk. Should just ask All For One to trade his defective fire quirk for another one. Maybe All For One steals Hellflame and swaps it for Dobby. I mean, but he still has that. I don't know about that incompatibility though. I don't know how that incompatibility might come out. I'm guessing you mean the fire. Your girl. Anyway, I think that burning is really not going to do anything in the Liberation Army arc. Trip news chapter of Slime is out. Oh, neat. I need to go see that later. Latest image from Horticulture Assistant has Mirko in a bikini. The one Megan the Stallion wore. Just type in. Oh, yeah. I know this one, Ty. I'll check it out later. What does Hawks do then? Oh, good point. What does Hawks do? Oh, dang it, Jason. Dang it. What does Hawks do? Facilitates. Like high octane maneuvers. Good point, Jason. Damn, I forgot all about Hawks. Maybe Dobby. Oh, nah. Hawks is busy dealing with Shigaraki, because which one of you is the one that is it? It's either Jason or White the Spirit that says that there's still the Shigaraki stuff for Hawks. So maybe Hawks is busy actually helping out versus Shigaraki. Maybe Dobby isn't burnt at all. Maybe it's just his villain costume. Kenneth, you are giving some amazing ideas here. Maybe that is his villain costume. Dobby rips it off the way Black Widow rips off her face mask to reveal that she's another person altogether. Latest. Oh no, yeah, got that random. Anyway, back to spoilers. So far, the only spoilers we got, they're reasonable. 4chan gave us a reasonable spoiler. Oh, I see something else in Japanese here, but I see a Bakugo X Izuku picture along with it, so I do not think it's real. Let's see here. Yeah, no, not real. It's just some Star Wars stuff. So not real. Okay, it was White Despair. Excellent. Thank you for confirming, White Despair. Do. Octogram Demon Lords. Oh, nice. I know what that's referring to. Nice. I'm glad that they updated, because I'm probably gonna need that chapter when it comes to like making those comparison videos for Slime. So reading White Despair's comment, I believe it was me who talked about Shigaraki Hawk stuff. I always felt the story was foreshadowing an inevitable confrontation between the two of them. Between the 3 times they brought up Hawks meeting Shigaraki, the fact Hawks did kill twice, I felt the confrontation between the two of them is both likely and probably interesting. Yeah, so I will jump on that, and to try and make the Hawks thing work there, I will try and use that rhetoric, because I feel like what White Despair has said is reasonable. I have had trouble connecting it in the past, but now with my ideas here about where Shoto could end up, yeah, I'm feeling that.
Animal test 63. Stand clear.
So again, good point, Jason. Good point for bringing it up, because I did completely overlook Hawks in all of this. Then again, like, I've also overlooked Best Jeanist, but honestly, I think more of the pro heroes should be on Shigaraki, and not just Dobby. Heck, I think we're probably still going to see Higantomachia come back, so we probably need some pro heroes on Higantomachia as well. Although I guess you could say maybe you could put Kamui Woods. Probably put Kamui Woods, Mount Lady, and Edge Shot on Higantomachia if he comes back. Put Aizawa and President Mike on Kurogiri if you want to put them in check if he comes back as well. And then everyone else can go deal with random Nomus probably, if we have any other pro heroes coming into the fight. Oh god. Come on. There we go. Okay. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't picked up in this game, which I'm happy for, because the day I get really desperate for gems, that's the day that I'll need all these little things. Okay, let's see here. Ty said, I believe All For One give Dobby Getten quirk to balance him out and make the final battle with him more challenging. That'd be interesting, because like when I saw Getten, one of my ideas was maybe Getten and Dobby can team up and take on Shoto. But of course, with recent events, that doesn't look as likely. So I'd be very happy if we get some version of that in the end. Any guesses on the new Konosuba project in the works? Is it not a continuation of the anime seasons? I'm really hoping it's a continuation of the light novel. In, you know, as an anime adaptation project. That'd be my guess. Why am I getting a feeling that if the second Wheel of Quirk is fire related and the Deku unlocks it, he's gonna look like Spawn? I don't know. I don't know if he'd look like Spawn. I hope not. I really do feel that it's a for second user, I feel like it's a concussive force. So I'm imagining more like a barrier blast kind of thing. You know, I'm not really imagining elemental. I'm imagining more like force damage. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm excited though. Excited to see what we get. I think it would be funny for us to realize Shigaraki just been feeding the League of Villain lip service and doesn't care about them. Now, I think he's giving Redestro lip service, but I think he cares about Toga and them, for sure. I always see a team fight between Bakugo and Shoto versus Getten and Dabi. I think Getten would become a decent villain for Bakugo, probably. Ooh, I don't know. Like, Getten... Thing is, Getten would align more with Redestro, so we need to see how All For One treats Redestro. I think they're going to have conflict, but Getten probably doesn't go with All For One. Because All For One is definitely not pro Destro ideology. Let's see. Autumn asks, which ship do you think is looking the most canon? Izuku Ochako and Kamui Woods and Mount Lady. And maybe Kaminari and Jiro. Those are probably like the big ones. Yeah, those are the big ones. Chances that Aizawa gets a cybernetic eye or an eye patch. I'm betting on eye patch. I bet on eye patch too, Ty, because he was with an eye patch in the popularity poll results color spread. So that's why I would bet for the eye patch. I kind of wish he had both his eyes, but what can you really do? Just reloading all my web pages here, boys and girls. Just seeing if there's anything here. Yeah, no, there's nothing. Okay. Momo. Oh, yeah, I think Shoto and Momo is probably going to be canon. I ship Awaze and Momo more than Todoroki and Momo. Okay, Aizawa going to look like Winter Soldier soon. Oh, Jason said, I wonder how Hodi's going to handle Eraserhead for the final battle. Does he finally die or gets knocked out again? Probably just keep him far away from Izuku's final fight. I think that's the safest thing you can do. I think to balance out Eraserhead, if you don't want him to ruin the story, I think best thing you can do is to just take Paige out from One Punch Man and just keep him far away, occupied with some other things. It works for Saitama, it'll work here. I think that would be fine to do.
Let the show begin. Huh.
It's just like, I don't want Aizawa to keep getting attacked just because the author doesn't want the Aizawa to be in play, right? I'd rather Aizawa be doing something worthwhile and get a nice, solid victory. Maybe have him team up with Shinzo and Monoma even. Heck, imagine Monoma comes in, everyone thinks Aizawa is not going to be able to work anymore. Monoma copies the quirk, and then him and Shinzo together just do all the technical plays against the villain side and just wipe them out one by one. Out of pure technicality, man. It would be amazing. Trip, when do you think we'll get the Labyrinth and tournament for Slime? Ooh. Cause we still have to do the stuff with Hinata. That's still a while, man. We're in season 3, maybe season 5, depending on how they split it. Like, we still got a way to go, and this one's going really slow right now. I found out there was live action of Tokyo Revengers, Kaguya, Komi-san, Steins Gate, One Punch Man, Hellsing, SAO, Mobile Suit Gundam. Yes. Yes, there's many live actions. Have you watched the Trece in Netflix? It's about Filipino folklore and kind of decent. No, I haven't, but I don't know any Filipino folklore. So that's kind of interesting. I'll keep an eye out for it and I'll check it out. L. Oh, and Magazine Kirby says I think next season. Fair enough, Mega. Fair enough. I'm thinking season 4 or 5, depending on how they pace it. I'm still not sure about Totomomo though. It still lacks substance. I don't know if that's the word. No, that's the word, Poison. You got the word. But it's lacking something that I can't consider it as a potential canon ship. Like, the reason I consider it a canon ship or a potential canon ship is because Shoto gets so little with anyone else that I think this is the author doing his best. I'm entirely basing this on the author's inabilities. I know, that's kind of mean, but I've never been led wrong when I base things on the author's inabilities.
With the wind.
I think the second user quirk is energy based and that his gear acts like a magnifying glass to direct the energy where he wants to go. I think that's really cool, Ty. I'd be down for that as well. Give Aizawa a prosthetic eye with a camera that works with his quirk. He'll never be able to never blink with that eye. I just wonder if they can make it work with the quirk, you know. That's my only thing. Same with Jen, so he could also instantly win. If Monoma was the main character plotline, next week of Slime is when just about to start Willpower Gifts. Oh, nice. Since we know from the War Arc that Aizawa can cancel all the quirks in All for One, why wasn't he at the battle at Kamino? Where else was he that kept him occupied during that? Viz, he was at a press conference. Remember? Like, the big rhetoric at that point in time was that they were doing the press conference so as to put the villains in a false sense of security. Because the idea was that if they were doing the press conference, the villains wouldn't think that they would be launching an attack against them at the press during the time of the press conference. That is what happened. And be mindful, they didn't think that All for One would be showing up at that fight.
Time to go. Animal hypostasis emulation. Absorption test.
Power that ended High Sean.
Doing a quick check here for spoilers. Guys, I'm actually really rooting for the I'm really rooting for the current 4chan spoiler to be the correct one. I think it'd just be so neat if 4chan comes through for us once again, like old times. But yeah, let's see. What else do I need to do? I need to do a lot of these. So you think Atsu's spoilers will be late this week? I sure hope not. I hope, like, the thing is, I think this week we could get them early just because this was a double issue week. And usually when we have double issues, the spoilers should be coming out earlier. I'm going to go to Manga Helpers as well, now that I remember. But overall, I'm hoping for early stuff so we can call it a night early because I still have work to do. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to get out of here before midnight my time. But fingers crossed. But yeah, there's nothing on Manga Helpers either. But yeah, One Piece has their spoilers out. I saw images for One Piece as well. Jujutsu Kai has their spoilers out. I feel like we gotta hope. At the end of the day, the magazine is in someone's hands for these spoilers to be coming out. We just have to hope that, you know, someone posts about My Hero Academia sooner rather than later. Okay, so I have... Yo, Jason, that's hilarious. Okay, so Aizawa just needs to survive in the end so he can retire and settle down with Miss Joke with their adopted daughter, Eri. He even lost a leg. He's not going to be as he used to be. Yeah, unless cybernetics are really, really good. But I'm not sure if they are, man. But yeah, I'd be happy for him to settle down with Eri and all that. They make Shinzo wear a mask for his voice that still works. So maybe an eye that they attach to his nerves so his quirk still works. I mean, but the voice is pretty much like a receiver, right? Like, he tunes it, his voice goes through it, and then it's... Remember how they said it works? It works by alternating the air going through the mask. Because I think he can't do digital. So the mask is like a series of channels that's very physical, very kinetic in nature, and that's why it works. So it only modifies how the voice sounds without doing any kind of, I think, digital interpolation on it. So overall, I think it's still a different thing. in one situation you have full-on cybernetics tying into a really metaphysical power, and the other you have air being manipulated so that the physical qualities of the voice come out slightly different. I think that's a slightly different thing. Mind you, I might not be remembering the mechanism of the mask correctly, so let's keep that in mind. But otherwise, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, it all depends on what Horikoshi wants to say, right? If he says that this is how it works, and I'll be really happy with that. But I'm not going to hold my breath. I never like Aizawa misjoke, but I prefer him ending up with Mandalay. Oh, you know what? I'd be happy if Aizawa ends up with all the pussycats and misjoke. You know, go harem for the war hero. But we'll never get a harem ending in a modern series. We're not that cultured. Okay, jokes aside. That was less an interrogation and more brutalization. Yeah, Vance, but it was so cool, Vance. Like, Shion's powers are so cool. Aizawa Mandalay, I never considered the idea. Oh, Sam, it's a great idea. Who said that you need legs to be a successful fighter? Just look at Redestro and Ectoplasm. Yeah, like, Redestro's legs are pretty good. If he gets Redestro level legs, they'll be good, but I think Ectoplasm, I think he's using peg legs, which I don't think give as much mobility. But yeah, get good old Mei to just make some legs for Aizawa. I'm more Izuku X Mandalay than Aizawa X Mandalay. Okay, that's fair, Speed. I completely forgot about that press conference. Maybe that's exactly why All For One decided it was a good idea to come. He knew how threatening Aizawa would be and seized the opportunity to avoid it entirely. You know, I would love to actually see... Okay, so this is something that... I'm sorry. I'm going to talk about Bleach. But this is something I think Bleach did, or tried to do moderately well. But I liked when Bleach was talking about the special war potentials. And I liked how they gave some little bit of detail. I would love to see All For One go, like, just give me a chapter of All For One looking at a map and looking at a battlefield and just being like, okay, here are the people that I have to keep an eye out for. Because in Bleach, he kept an eye out on Ichigo, Kenpachi, Yamamoto, and I think Ichibe, was that his name? But you know, the Zero Squad guy. Those were like, and Urahara, right? He specifically said and revealed that these are the guys I gotta keep an eye on. And I'm just thinking, great. If All For One came in and he was just like, I gotta keep an eye on Aizawa, I gotta keep an eye on Izuku, I gotta keep an eye on Endeavor, and just say, and maybe even say something like, I gotta keep an eye on Shinzo and Monoma. If he came out and just said, these are the people with the quirks that I gotta watch out for, it would make everything seem so much cooler. Because you don't usually get accolades like that for characters. Like when Bleach has it, and you're hearing that Kenpachi is in the same ranks as people like Urahara, it's like, that's just so cool and so neat for a character. If you had Shinzo and Monoma being talked up as dangers by All For One, that would just, it would make such a cool scenario. And it would show that All For One's thinking about the assets on the battlefield. Heck, you could have All For One talk about which of his Nomu are really clutch. I mean, personally for me, coming from light novels, I love when people are actually talking about the value of a person individually, instead of just being like, oh yeah, go just there's a platoon of people coming in, well, whatever, just take them out. It's just, there's much more value when someone's talking about another person's strengths and weaknesses and actually taking it seriously in the case of a battlefield. Like Gohan knows what I'm talking about, because Gohan's cut from the same cloth in terms of reading the light novels. Like Gohan knows how it goes, especially for the harems. Like if you go into High School DxD, there is always strategy talk about who's well suited to go up against another person when it comes to their particular games and all that kind of stuff. I would like to see more of that kind of mentality being applied in Hero Academia, but the shonens aren't very good at this. Shonens are way too much about just focus on one character, don't really think about too much of the strategy. Like, this is one thing I really liked about Dragon Ball Super as well, when they did the Tournament of Power. I like the idea of Roshi coming in and saying, I'm going to deal with the tricky people, because the tricky people aren't people that the power types can just handle. Anyway, that was my little bit there. Am I the only one that thinks Magic Circle and Isekai is kind of lame and done wrong sometimes? You mean like Magic Circle formulation? I think it is done wrong. And just like, you know, they show a magic circle and then whatever magic happens. I do wish that they would go a little bit deeper, but Isekai is usually pretty shallow on magic systems. There's not many isekai that go really deep in magic. We need another to start posting to make him have to hurry so we get spoilers sooner. Yeah, pretty much. The mask functions by using a bunch of moving plates that adjust since his voice goes through a speaker, it will lose its effect. Ah, thank you, White Despair. So I was correct. Aizawa becoming both Eri and Kota's legal guardian. Oh, that'd be interesting. Harems aggregate so much hate. Speaking of slime, they skipped over the interrogation between Shion and the king to make room for them planning against Clayman. Okay. Wait, so did they... Random, did they show Guy having his meeting with Leon? Because I was betting that was going to be what was coming next. Yeah, since the voice wouldn't work on something that projected like a mega... Horikoshi put that in so it wouldn't be that OP. I mean, for crying out loud, Ectoplasm has 2 peg legs and he's a successful hero. His fighting style also relies 100% on kicks. Being that you were saying that if they gave a clear weapon, it'd be a rapier, but there isn't any of those... Are you agreeing with me that maybe if Melty gets... It'll be a different one? Oh, yeah, I'll agree with you on that one. I think they'll probably move it around, because they've already moved around what weapon Raftalia got, right? And if it's not in the 2 worlds, we know that there's multiple worlds, so it wouldn't be that strange for another world to be involved altogether. Harem stuff story-wise can be very good, but some can't get past the ecchi stuff, even though a lot of that is just the MC and his waifus showing affection to each other. And, you know, at that point, you have to just say it out loud as well. Like, for the harems and the ecchi stuff, the ecchi is what sells. That's why everyone goes so hard into the isekai harems. It's because there's a guaranteed market for harem, and that market is just so profitable. If you're a struggling studio, you want to get that little bit of money. All for one, just looking down at the battlefield thinking, sure would be nice if I had eyes right now. Yes. Yes, White Despair. You know what Shion did? Gumball did it too on that one episode. Yama wasn't a wartime potential. Baki even mocked. Oh, he wasn't? Oh, wait, Jason, did I get it wrong? Which one were the... Okay, let me go look it up. What were the war potentials? Dang it. Oh, Jason, thanks. Thanks, man. I'm going to go look it up right now. If you guys hear a beep, I'm sorry. So the special war powers. Man, I'm so happy that I have someone like Jason who remembers Bleach, that we can talk still. War. Special war powers. Alright, so who were they? Ichigo, Kenpachi, Ichibei. Oh, Aizen. Oh, okay, there we go. Aizen. I screwed up. Aizen, Urahara. Still, my point still stands. Kenpachi's among them, man. It's so cool. The war potentials are so cool. To be honest, that wartime was BS since Bak was so overpowered, no one could beat him anyway. I mean, yeah, Bak was overpowered, but it was still a cool idea. A cool idea. And to be fair, Jason, at the end of the day, like, he was right to be concerned about Ichigo and Kenpachi, and he was right to be concerned about Aizen, because at the end of the day, Aizen caught him in an illusion. That's not BS that Aizen was a special war power. Like, if you think about it, Kenpachi was dealing with, the heart of the Soul King? So Kenpachi 100% deserved it. Urahara was dangerous because Urahara is ultimately the final villain of Bleach. Even though we never got to see it, Urahara is the final villain of Bleach from what we see in the light novels and the interviews about Can't Fear Your Own World. And then, again, Aizen was able to trick Bak at the final moment. Ichibei was also able to come back and deal with things. Yeah, no, I think the wartime powers were justified when you look at what they ultimately did to Bak. Now, mind you, the defeat being asinine, I do feel that's a product of the rushing at the end because the guy knew he had to end the chapters. But, yeah, I still like the wartime rhetoric, even though the execution for Bleach is arguably not the best. The idea of making these characters wartime or war potentials still cool. Mr. Amon, no, the only spoiler we have is one saying that maybe that Ida comes in and he tries to grab Izuku. That's the only thing that we really got going on right now. Trying to see if I find anything else here. Yeah, no, there's nothing else so far. And there's no spoilers on the Discord channel either. Yeah, even DXD has strategy meetings with characters. Having Shinzo but mentioned as someone All For One is more scared of than even Deku would be huge. Depends on the story with magic. Yeah, it does depend on the story. Go on. Bleach liked godlike villains so much. Jobless Reincarnation starts again in October. Yep. Uh, there's a harem isekai that will get an anime I think next year that has a magic system in general. I like Final Fantasy job system. Okay, it's simple but effective in its approach. They'll show the meetings between Guy and Leon for next episode. Oh, okay, cool. They also censored the aftermath of the interrogation. Magic is usually boring when overly explained. Nah, see, I get that speed, but I'm a slow burn type of guy. I like when magic is super explained, and I don't need it to be super explained. If a person comes in and they just explain their magic system, just give you the basics of what makes it hard for everyone to cast the same stuff, and if they explain just what goes into actually casting a spell, in the same way that, you know, like I really only need an explanation like the one that Naruto gives for how chakra works. You can even explain it at the back of a book or anything if you want. I just want my things to be explained. I just like knowing how the power works. I like things being fleshed out. Like, because the more I know how the system works, the more I know the limits of the system. And then that way, when things are looking really bad, I know how serious I should be taking things. You think that we'll get a Monster Musume Season 2? Need that farm arc animated? Tai, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, because money, and that's easy money, but I don't know, Tai. Well, the system I was hinting at has a good amount of RPG elements, and the system itself I would love to see in a game. But let's see. Moving on. It was wrong that Kubo got rushed out the door like that. At least the ending he had was what he originally wanted. Just how it got there wasn't really what he wanted. Trip, you heard about Bleach getting a 70-page chapter and Shonen Jump for 20th anniversary? Wait, that's true? When? 20th anniversary? Oh my god, really? Isaac catching Bouncing Hypnosis is since he knows how the Zanpakuto works. I always didn't like that plot point. He was so strong with just the Almighty, no one character could solo him. Still hoping that My Hero will have Shikamaru armor and level up strategy. Nope. Netflix is doing a live action Pokemon. Yes, I've read that recently. So going back to Jason, I do feel that, you know, Bach, if Bach stuck with the Almighty, I think he would have been fine. Because, like, when Bach went into the higher power, Jason, I think you agree. Like, what it did pretty much, like, Bach got a version of what happened to Tozen in that he got blinded by his new power. And in that blinding, in the blinding with the new power, Bach just, he underestimated too much. Like, the blinding ended up putting him in a point of weakness. But actually, now I'm talking about it, this is a theme with a lot of the characters or a lot of the villains in Bleach. Like Tozen, he got blinded by all his new power. Aizen, when he was having Deicide happening, Aizen gave up his Shinigami powers to just deal with Ichigo with his god powers, which was just an unfortunate thing to be doing in the first place. So when Bach went and he went full god mode, that was consistent with the idea that Kubo does for Bleach, being that people, when they get new power, that's when they're at their weakest. But yeah, if he stuck with Almighty and was a bit more tactical and didn't pretty much get done in by his own hubris, he would have been really interesting to see people try to thwart. But again, now that I'm talking about it, worth pointing out that this was Kubo's style in general. He took down villains when they got too drunk on their own power. And it's actually really funny that Aizen was ultimately able to beat him, or was able to get to him with a power that he had once upon a time rejected when he had turned into a full-on god. Let's see. Still hoping that My Hero Academia will have... Oh no, I got that. Well, I mentioned I would like to see the arc after... Okay. Kenpachi fought the left arm. Oh wait, was... I thought, Was that Valkyrie guy not the heart? He was the left arm? But oh wait, no, there we go. I should have read the. I should have read more. Okay, so he fought the left arm, got wrecked. Mayuri had to wrap the fight with help. They all fought the Viking dude and couldn't beat him. Bok had to give him the win by taking his powers. I mean, yeah, I agree with that. But again, he fought the heart. Like, he was going up against the Viking dude. I think, again, he's fighting a literal god and he's not dying flat out. I think that's what I take away from that. But good point, Jason. Did you hear about the new... Yes, I did, Robert. If any anime studios were extremely bold, they'd give us Season 2 to interspecies reviewers. I think they will. Beast is getting a special chapter of sorts. Okay, I'll look into that later. Point being made, Shield Hero has so many types of magic, cooperative, liberation, and yes, the Bleach getting new chapters is true. Chibi just did a video about it. Okay, yeah, I'll look into it. Yeah, when Twitter loses it, that will help even better than Season 1. Reviewers for me isn't as good as Monster Musume. Also, Monster Girl Doctor is good as well, even it has light novel source material. Did Chibi about Bleach getting a 73 chapter in Chump? Okay, cool. Yeah, so Chibi did it. I'll go look at the articles as well later on. I have been in the new area of Genshin. Oh, you haven't been there, mainly because working on 3 accounts at once has caused me to slow down quite a bit. Fair enough, Gohan. Akusi just typed the title of the chapter, Deku and Kachan. Oh, thank you, Poison. Oh, it begins. Guys, it's here. Oh, thank God. So I guess this is Bakugo gonna get the big moment. Now, guys, remember the person we gotta be watching out for here as well is Ochako. We need to see that Ochako actually does something worthwhile. Yo, which account did he write that message on? Is he on his regular account? Yeah, I don't see him. I don't see him. Yo, Poison, where did he leave the title of the chapter? Because I'm not spotting it on any of the feeds. Asuchi just typed it. Okay, let's see. He was still using the Almighty, though. He didn't abandon his powers like Aizen. I will say he did underestimate them, though, because he had the vision and didn't believe it when he saw his death. That vision, or the dream that Hashwalt showed him, I thought that was pretty weak. Because it was just like, this kind of came out of nowhere from my recollection. Like, I found the vision pretty weak in general. Just because of the way it ultimately came together. It looked more like a prophetic dream, and it just felt kind of wonky for me at that point, personally. Oh, you forgot Gerard was the heart of the Soul King. Okay, cool. On the same page. Don't know if this is his just trolling, though. Okay, gotcha. Uncle from Another World has one of my favorite harems. I feel so bad for the girls, but nah. Is their situation with the MC is hilariously painful. Let's see. Would you think Ochako kisses Izuku? That would be a way to get him to stop. What would be funny if Bakugo asked Izuku, are you okay? Just like how Izuku asked Bakugo when they were kids. That would be good. It's from his backup account. Okay. I'm just trying to find... Okay, so it's in his backup. Where are you? Yeah, I don't see it here. Yeah. Okay, I don't see it either, so let's just keep an eye out for that. I'll check 4chan as well. Okay, there's another little thing. 4chan has another Japanese thing. I'll check it real quick. I don't know if it's real. I'll let you know in a quick second. Trip, did you check the backup of the backup? No, I haven't checked the backup of the backup. Jujutsu Kaisen Chainsaw Man is so overrated. They can kill off all the characters, but it doesn't matter if I have no personal attachment to any of them. People just use these mangas to shit on other shonen. which is unfortunate. Like I remember me and Jason have talked about this when it comes to Jujutsu Kai, but Jujutsu Kai, the characters aren't as sensational and easy to get behind as in Hero Academia. Maybe it was a troll? Maybe Poison. Maybe. Speed comes in, Chainsaw Man and Jujutsu Kai chase the edge like it's liquor. You know, but for Chainsaw Man, I think Chainsaw Man is an experience. They don't really want you to care about the characters. They just want you to see like a really terrible time. I feel that's sorry, not Jujutsu Kai. Chainsaw Man is just watching a movie in manga form and just seeing the story of Denji slightly, and just coming out of it thinking like a lot of people here really suck. And good God, poor Denji, he's caught in the middle of a lot of people that really just suck. Oh, hey, Yusuke. Yeah, man, we're all waiting. But there's nothing on the Discord server just yet, guys.
Phew. Go. Phew.
All right.
Enhanced animal module 75.
Yeah. And then, yeah, 4chan doesn't have any more spoilers aside from that one that we got at the beginning. So, I guess we gotta keep waiting. Is it? Let me just check real quick. What time are we dealing with? Okay, it's 10:30. Not the worst. Not the worst. I can make it. We're gonna make it, guys. We're gonna get these spoilers. It's just so unfair that Hero Academia is such a low interest property that it's the last one to always get spoilers coming out, man. Why are leakers not excited about Hero Academia? Why are they more excited about Jujutsu Kai?
To ashes.
Are we the problem, guys? Are we the ones in the wrong for liking Hero Academia this much that we wait till like 1 in the morning to get these spoilers?
Stand clear. Absorption test. Stand clear.
Yay! I'm surprised how popular Chainsaw Man is. It's pretty esoteric. It will be interesting to see how that adapts into the manga. Yeah, agreed. It is really irregular. If you were to, like, oh, Jason, this kind of links into what we were talking about last night, but you know, when it came to Chainsaw Man, like, it was one of those weird properties that you weren't really sure if it was going to make it in Shonen Jump, and it was able to do it. And this is why it makes it a little bit harder with when it comes to that new series, Grimm, the Red Riding Hood and whatever. I forget what it's called, but always looking for little things like that. Though for Chainsaw Man had pro Shonen Jump elements. Like, Denji comes into it, and he's technically an underdog. When you look at it, he gets a new power that he doesn't fully understand. He also has his small training arcs where he gets better at it. So he came in as an underdog, and we learned about the world with Denji. So he did come in with pro Shonen Jump qualities, but Denji was definitely one of those series where, you know, I think it also survived because of the series surrounding it at the time were also much weaker than Chainsaw Man. Wait, I didn't register what I was doing. Deal 40 damage using shockwaves 40 times. Okay, so I'm pretty close to getting those two. Oh, exciting. I can't wait for the next update. Can't wait to get all those new characters. Can't wait to cry when I fail. Let's see, where's the other one? It should be somewhere around... Ah, there it is. Great. That is a good fair point, Jason. You are being very fair, but I do prefer tech spoilers in general. And I mean, by the time I go and look at it in the morning, Jujutsu Kai has its image spoilers. Actually, let's just check 4chan. 4chan might just have the image spoilers for Jujutsu Kai already. Oh, Yusuke, I'm saving for both Ball and Kokomi. It's going to be a little bit of a hard one this time around. Just because it's both of them are coming out in that next update, most likely. I'm ready to cry. I'm not sure I'm going to get lucky to be able to get both of them with the amount of primos I'll have saved up. But I'm hoping. Okay, so let me just check Kaizen. So I'm looking at Kaizen.
When the sun's out,
Let's see.
bathe in sunlight. But when the moon's out, bathe in moonlight.
Oh, Panda joins the tournament.
Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Ooh.
So I found the thread for Jujukai, just seeing if there's any images posted onto it. I don't think so. I'm going pretty deep and I've seen nothing. We're a pretty sad bunch. Yeah, Johnny. I agree. Jujukai did come back after months. That's why people are excited for spoilers. Yes. Jujukai is the new hotness, while My Hero Academia looks like it's on the way out in a few years. Well, like, I don't think Jujukai is actually going to last that long either, though. Jujukai doesn't feel like it would last that long. Like, how many chapters do you guys think Jujukai is going to get? Viz, you're asking me about how much Inazuma I've done? I'll check in a second. I don't think I've done that much. Like, there's still a lot. I'm taking my time. You know, just... I'm one of those people that likes kind of just being a tourist, just looking around. Even when I travel abroad, or when I used to travel abroad, I just kind of get lost in a city, just travel, walk around, cry for a little bit when I realize I went too far off and I don't know where I am. I'm the kind of person that walks out there without a map and tries to find his way back after going in a completely different direction. You know, it's just one of those things that really makes me feel like I'm adventuring. Yeah. Yeah. So I kind of just play out that kind of lifestyle in games. I should probably go back over here. But yeah, we'll check it after I'm done with this one. I don't think I have that much explored yet. Oh, oops, screwed that up. Just realized what I did there.
Don't break my glass. Let the show begin.
Oh, he's ending in about 2 years? Okay. Well, he can say that. So I'll add 2 more years onto that. I remember back in the day when Oda used to say that One Piece would only go for like an extra 10 years, and now it's just, yeah, guys, we're going deep into 2027 or 2026. But yeah, okay, 2 years. That's a good amount. If he's thinking 2 years, what he's saying is that he thinks that he'll be done with 120 chapters. So 120 chapters of content, I guess that could wrap things up if the Colon game is like one of the penultimate arcs. Let's see. Jujukai has pacing for the current attention span for storytelling. Sorry says, so are you going to look at spoilers during the last few chapters or just be surprised by them on release day? Oh, I'm 100% going to look at spoilers. I'm going to spoil myself all the way to the end. I'm not the kind of guy that cares about surprise. I just want to see the story. Man, you can just tell me everything in text form and I'll be completely happy. Yeah, no, I'm going to look at them all the way throughout. I'm going down with the ship. How much of Inazuma have you done, Trip? I got 100% exploration, getting close to finishing the other 2 as well. Okay, let's see. So, I've got Narakumi Island is whatever. Yeah, I don't know about the other 2. Probably not a lot, man. Probably not a lot.
Wanna come over for tea?
Let's see, it's gonna take as long as possible. I think he does. They're just trolling you specifically and knowing you want to go to bed earlier. Yo, Matt, no, man, no. I don't want to believe that this guy is watching our streams all the time. That's a little bit too depressing. Because if he is, that means I'm making it worse for all of you. There's no way. There's no way he knows this is the most happening place on a Wednesday night when it comes to Hero Academia speculation. Hate that Hero Academia. Why must we suffer, Trip? Because we're too good. We're too good. We're too good, Ty. Let's see. Trip, do you have Trip Prime? No, I don't. The rom-com manga Amano Megumi is full of open. Is ending soon. Oh, okay. Shield Hero is pushed back to April 2022. Yeah, I know that. Jujukai author said he's okay. Got that. Let's see. Probably going to go early 200s. You sound like Zoro, Trip, and I don't even watch One Piece. New is still new anime-wise. Eden Zero is the most hyped new shonen for me personally. I just really like his storytelling style, and the way he's building up the world and characters is interesting. It is interesting. Jujutsu Kaisen is in its final arc. Oh wait, it's in its final arc. Interesting. I'm more into Black Clover than other shonen at this point. No season 5 of My Hero Academia is getting a lot of hate, but I still like it. Good, Mr. Amon. Good. At the end of the day, if it's entertaining you, that's all that matters. And now that we know that that episode of the beach episode was the second highest streamed thing, then it's like, yeah, at least we know they are still enjoying it. You can claim 60 free Primo Gems with Twitch Prime. Oh, interesting. Oh, Gohan, you sent me a message, man? You can zoom all the way out and it shows the percentage on the map. Ah, thanks, Viz. I'll do that right now. One quick second, because I think Gohan just sent me a message. Oh, gotcha, man. They target the small anime tubers the most. Wait, what do you mean, Animamus? Who targets? I can't decide between Kokomi and Ball. Ah, yeah, Yusuke. I couldn't decide either, so I'm going for both of them. I just kind of wish that they were on separate banners, because that would have given me more time. Magic Series are hard for me to maintain interest in personally. Okay. Expecting filler beach episode during the war arc. Yes. Did you get the gift from Yan Fei? She sounds somewhat concerned for you. Oh, let me check. Come to think of it, I haven't seen you in a while. What a pity. Seems like you haven't encountered any legal predicaments that needed my stepping in. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I can't tell. If I were to say it's a good thing, it would make me seem like I don't want to see you, so I can't say it's a good thing. But you just did. Just tell me it's a good thing. But if I say it's a bad thing, it's like I expect you to get into trouble, and I wouldn't want that. There's another dilemma that is difficult to deconstruct rationally. No! If you want to deconstruct it rationally, just tell me, hey, it's a good thing I haven't seen you have any legal troubles. Because I don't want you to have legal trouble. See, it's super easy. To be honest, not sure who was the elder, who was the junior between the two of us. Girl, we only ever hanged out once. Let's not get carried away by these little nuances. Here, take this guide to prosperity. No matter where you ventured off to, don't forget what people pursue in the land of Geo. If you're going to keep one other thing in mind, so today being my birthday, I wouldn't mind. Man, you know, MiHoYo should just go all the way and just flat out say that this is a dating sim. You know, I'd be totally okay to just do dating sims from now on. Last couple of days, Klee came up with a plan to go on a great big adventure before her birthday. Ran off to a place that Master G will never be able to find. Klee ran and found a giant big lizard in a gigantic cave. Then Klee got very excited thinking about her birthday and might have run off too far. Master G would be angry she found out. So can you come pick up Klee, please? I'll be waiting. That's hilarious. How did she send this mail out? All right, no, that was pretty cute. That was pretty cute. Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha, man. Okay, gotcha. Oh, nice. Pixel remasters. Damn it, Matt. Okay, you guys are actually speaking with a lot of logic. Oh, God. Oh, damn it. I should have just put that we're playing Genshin Impact. And then maybe he won't notice. If I recall, Shibuya Arc was the first of 3 important parts that make up the entire manga. Calling Game is the next one. Oh, okay, wait. So it's not the final arc. If what Death Ray is saying is correct. Okay, I guess I'll have to go and look at it. And see if I can find this information about the important parts then. Are you going to watch the Rise of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie when it releases on Netflix sometime next year? Well, if you guys talk about it, I'll probably go and watch it. Like, that's the only reason I watched He-Man this time around. Like, if it wasn't for Ty telling me more about it, I probably wouldn't have watched it as quickly as I did. Expect excessive costume tearing during the war. Yeah, good point, Speed. Anyone see who the Japanese voice actress is for Ayaka? Oh, that was funny. Yanfei actually thinks you have a crush on her in one of her story bits. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Doesn't look like Atsu's going to be posting early tonight. We possibly fell asleep taking a cat nap before sending out the spoilers. Well, guys, when Atsushi falls, that's where we believe in the power of 4chan. I'm going back to 4chan.
Sorry, I didn't quite.
Oh, sorry, Siri. Don't want to talk to you, Siri. So I'm just going to go back to 4chan real quick. One second. Just loading up 4chan again. Gonna see if I find anything here. Yeah, no new spoilers. Alright. They know they're public. I don't know how she found the area boss in Leeway. She just wandered. She just walked so far until she found the giant lizard. Mary Green Kirby said, I have a huge question or a list of them depending on your answers. Remember Soma's childhood friend? How was she at the end of the series? Soma's childhood friend. Are you talking about Shokugeki no Soma? Because Shokugeki no Soma, that girl's irrelevant. That girl doesn't show up at the end. I just got back into Genshin and got the returning player promotion. Any character you would recommend to wish and invest in? Oh, which characters do you have available, Miguel? I don't know that promotion. The old live action TMNT movie is pretty good. Who do you, yeah, Miguel, tell us who you got as options. Yeah, guys, to talk with Gohan here, because Gohan already told me who this was, but do you guys know who the voice actress for Ayaka is in the Japanese side? They never showed the childhood friend of Soma after the whole chicken crepe. Or no, you're remembering it correctly, random. Where did I've seen in anime is the episode where Yugi was on a date with Teiya, where the Pharaoh comes out. How can someone NTR you in your own body? The Pharaoh is wonderful, Ty. Come on, the Pharaoh can do anything. You know this as well as I do. Also, like in Yu-Gi-Oh, it's like it's kind of weird how people just kind of accepted that Yugi grew a foot. And they never pointed out that that was, in general, pretty weird until, like, way later on. And even then, it was still kind of questionable whether or not they could actually tell that Yugi grew a foot. Ah, there's the next one. Oh, Yusuke, I'm glad you enjoy it. I enjoy it, too. I just kind of wish that it was less painful. But, you know, what can you do? Yeah, no, Magdalene Kirby, she's irrelevant. She's completely irrelevant. There's nothing going on with her. Like, the ending of Shokugeki no Soma already has a lot of problems in what it was trying to get finished. So, yeah, it was just a botched ordeal in general, man. It just did not have a good run. The Pharaoh is the king of cheating. But yeah. Okay, so you just got the starting characters and the free one. Okay, so... do you have any 5-star? What are your 5 stars? Because... let me open my menu up here, man. Alright. Worth investing in. If you got the 4 stars. Sucrose is worth investing in right now once you have Electro going on. But in terms of... who's the best for your buck 4-star? Well, there's a lot of really important 4-star supporters. Having him is important just because he's one of the best hydro appliers. Although I don't have him super built because I don't need him to be super built. I think I'll vote tomorrow and see where I pull. Yeah, man. I need to be able to... It's just tough. Who's the best Sarge, who's the best... and I guess Viz. Who would you say is the best 4-star damage dealer? It's just I know the supports that are important. Like, I feel Noelle is super important to have. Because she comes in clutch for a lot of stages. She's probably one of the ones I would build if it was me. But I built weird characters. Yeah, I have Sucrose. Yeah, Sucrose is good if you're running her with Electro and Hydro application. She was good recently because of Spiral as well. So if you do Sucrose, just to let you know, Miguel, if you're doing Sucrose, you're going hardcore for Elemental Mastery. So if you look at my screen, I got 685 for my Elemental Mastery. Like, this is how this girl's going to work. If you do Sucrose, make sure you do hardcore Elemental Mastery. And at that point, you're looking for Electro application. So you're probably, if you're doing a Sucrose build, it goes Sucrose, probably Fischl as well, and probably this guy or Barb, to make sure you can get like the little combo. Razor's probably the best 4-star damage dealer. Oh yeah, people talked about Razor a lot. So I don't care about Razor, Miguel, because he's not a girl. I know, I'm basic. So that's probably another good. That's a good suggestion. Probably Razor if you need a 4-star to do damage until you get your first 5-star. Taya did my boy Yugi wrong. You didn't know if she liked him or Atom more. She only settled for him because Atom went back to the afterlife. Hey, it's okay. In real life, sometimes your first love dies and then you go with the second person. She didn't even get taught how to cook by going to the school they went to at least learn something. Or, yeah, no, Mayor. Like, Mega... Shokei no Soma was compromised because it had to rush. Yeah, Joey's the best. No past lives helping him or magic. His Lost America is still one of the biggest upsets in the anime. Yo, he was so close to winning too. I'm actually really happy that he gets respected later on. I love that the Waking the Dragons arc actually had him get one of the dragons. It was just so neat. Seto Kaiba is the god of duel monsters. How dare you slander his name? Joey gets ripped off too much in that story. Always annoyed me. Joey was low-key cheeks. Sucrose, Fischl, and Noel. I have those 3. Yo, no, Viz. You guys deserve honesty, and I don't really... You guys know I'm a degen. I don't mind saying it out loud. I mean, like, it's different when it's the 5-stars. Like, Zhao, I knew I wanted Zhao from the very beginning, so I trained him. But if you look at my lineup, this isn't... Actually, quite a few of the girls are still weakened. You know what? Maybe I am actually a bit more fair than I thought. I mean, Venti's only happening because he's just so good. And Child, I haven't really built him as much as I wanted to. But Zhao is really my guy. But I guess, like, in terms of the people I use the most, it's like Sucrose, Hu Tao, Barb, Lisa, Noelle, Traveler, Eula, Zhongling, Zhao. Yeah, that's only 2 boys in there. Yeah, I'm pretty basic. Yeah. Also, she was... There you go, random. That's the one that Gohan was looking for. I've been lucky so far. Most of mine have been 5-stars recently. Oh, nice, Vance. Best damage dealer, most likely Baido, Razor. As for all-rounder, for support, it's Bennett and Fischl is the best sub-DPS. Okay, thank you, Sarge. So, Miguel, you said you had Fischl, right? So, from that, Fischl for sure would be worth building. And getting him to level 60, I think, would be fine. Just because he applies Hydro the easiest. Mega Green Kirby asked, why did Shokei no Soma had to rush? Because it did a crappy arc that was crappily received, and it was a crappy arc. And he continued doing a crappy arc until it was too late, and he got cancelled. Like, that's just it. He did crap, and so he got cancelled. And mind you, Mega Green Kirby, I'm being a little bit more aggressive, but the arc was not great. You can tell where he started rushing, and then that guy also went in and he said, because he got 3 final chapters to wrap up the story, like there were 3 epilogue chapters, Mega Green Kirby, and in those epilogue chapters at the end he says, like, yeah, you know, there was so much more I wanted to do, but I didn't get enough time. And I'm thinking, guy, of the 3 epilogue arcs, only 1 really matters. You could have cut the material from the first 2 epilogue arcs, and you could have expanded the material of the 3rd epilogue arc. Because the first epilogue arc, the first epilogue chapter was a flashback to Soma's mother, which appreciated. But you could have truncated that. And then the 2nd chapter, I think, was just stuff with the villain, which I personally didn't need. 2 of them were a waste of time, I think, overall. Yeah. You could have just expanded. Like, the guy was bad at managing his time when he was left with little information. Or, sorry, when he was left with little time, he wasn't good at spreading out his events. Okay, whew. Losing my words here. When you threaten suicide over losing a duel, the slander is well deserved. Trip, you haven't built up Rosaria. Gohan, I haven't had time. I really want to use her, but everyone else is more important right now for Spiral. But then in GX, when Pegasus talks about who he thinks are the top duelists, Joey makes him look like a hobo. The cut to Joey makes it, yeah. Any spoilers yet? It's almost midnight where I'm at. No, man, there's no spoilers. I can't believe this. I can't believe that we're actually here. There's nothing. So I think we're gonna have to put a limit on this. If it gets to 11:30 and we have no spoilers, I'm calling it. Noelle is pretty low tier in terms of damage, healing, and defense. Diona literally does her job way better and some. Oh really? Oh, but Noelle has the longest shield. Noelle's shield lasts way longer than Diona's. I still like my Noelle. Noelle's pretty cool. My Noelle works just fine. Toma is just Inazuma child. Can't change my mind. I agree. I agree. That's how I saw him too. Joey caught the friendship with the main character buff. Jinkyu is great if you're good at dodging since he can be a solid healer and can help with elemental reactions. Yes. Joey was actual good duelist. I'm relatively the same way with my characters, but my main team consists of Diluc, Noelle, Fischl. I've gotten so used to using a team with Noelle that it's super difficult to not use a shield. Yeah, I agree. I kind of changed up my main team. Like when I go into Spiral, my teams are pretty much Hu Tao, Buddy Guy, this guy here, Lisa, and then maybe sometimes Sucrose. It depends. It depends on that last spot is whatever. And then my other side is usually Zhao, Traveler, though that's gonna be different now. Noelle and Zhongling, maybe. It depends. Like the third spot's always situational. Like maybe sometime Diona if there's a lot of Electro going on. Oh, they changed it? Oh, good. He's awake. All right. Yeah, I see it. 321 leaks. Excellent. He's awake. He's awake. Good, good, good. Death rate, I agree. I did love Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. We needed more Soma X Arena material. Agreed. Agreed. Like the Society of Light, Supreme King, Yubel, and the hero archetypes. I liked Yubel. Yubel was pretty good. GX my favorite season. Well, Rosaria is such a fun character to use and she is hot. Okay, Gohan. Yeah, no, man. Like, I just haven't gone around to it. Because she's not support, and I already have all my damage dealers. All he had to do was have her say the food was delicious. That would have been a better ending. I agree. I know random, but she will be known as Miyuki and her only Sama talk. A tip, get your housing as high as possible, as you can easily buy purple books each week with realm currency. Agreed. Miguel, keep that in mind. Sorry, just give you the tip. The housing stuff is a really good resource. New Asuchi tweet on main. Alright, now we're getting into it. On main, you said. Here we go. I'm looking around for it. Okay, the cover. So this is the first verifiable thing. If we get the cover, it's on. Oh, it's the movie. It's just promoting the movie. I see movie character on it. Okay, so but he has the magazine in his hands. But yeah, it's just whatever. This is just movie Izuku. I don't care. Movie promotion. Don't care. Moment Joey could have won against the main villain, but the plot said no. That was still a good moment though, because it just, as a kid, I was just thinking like, oh my god, Joey could have won if it wasn't for for parts of his body going to hell. If it wasn't for his soul being slowly sucked out of his body, he could have won. Oh no, not yet, Ty. I haven't gone to that one. Not just there, Joey pushed a lot of people to the limit. Even Kaiba had a tough time at a later duel, if I remember correctly. He did. Spoilers are finally underway. I'm excited. Here we go, boys. Here we go. Would you believe me if I said people were complaining about the Traveler's Age? What were they complaining about? My Noelle is like 3 archetypes all at once. She handles healing, shielding, and does insane geo damage with her ult. So having her can really clutch out in Abyss or in a pinch. Yeah, my Noelle is pretty much just like, I put on the shield in Abyss, and it's like, I can afford to make like 20 different mistakes right now because Noelle's going to tank them all. I love the way Marek vomiting after he realizing he messed up. That was the look of fear. Yeah, that's my point. Joey shouldn't have been a jobber. Oh, but that's how it goes, because Joey was like the second in command there for Yugi. The child was like 1,000 years old, right? What are they complaining about? Kind of why is he ranked in the top 10 in the world? Yeah, I think Joey was probably top 3 by the end of that. By the end of the series. All right, kids. We're now at the point where the leaks will hopefully be coming. So I'm not keeping an eye on Twitter. So if anyone keeps an eye on Twitter, I'll appreciate. I'm keeping an eye on the Discord server. Let me see. I don't think I've finished building Noelle either, in all honesty. Yeah, no, I haven't finished building Noelle. So that makes me feel good that my Noelle already, I feel really happy with her. But even now, she's still not at her maximum power. Will she ever get to maximum power? Maybe. Maybe one day. She's a wonderful maid, though. Wonderful maid. Do. There we go. Ah, so I need those materials if I want to upgrade this. I could do that tomorrow. Continue powering up Noelle. Are artifacts good? They're alright. And to think Joey's deck only considered monster cards in the beginning. Yeah, man. He was hilarious. Joey winning would have been a cool twist. Joey was feeling everything his monsters were feeling. Would have liked Joey getting a win on Kaiba and Yugi, just how I would have written it. Yeah, you know, in the real world, you know how it goes. No one really ever wins every match back to back, right? Like in the real world, you have something a little bit more interesting where, you know, sometimes one person will win one game and then the other person will win 2 games. You know, I would have been fine if they just did real tournament rules at some point and just said that, yeah, Joey can actually beat Kaiba, let's say like 3 times out of 10. I would have been completely okay with that. Because it would have said like, yeah, Joey actually is able to give Kaiba a bit of a run. And I do love that Joey's cards revolve a lot around luck in the early season. I think as the season went on, he waned himself off of luck mechanics. But it was still cool to see him actually pulling off things like skull dice and graceful dice. What archetype was he using by the end? I think he was using the... Yeah, Joey was using Red Eye's Black Dragon archetype, right? I'm pretty sure he never strayed away from Red Eyes. Or he only strayed away from them maybe during Battle City. But then he went into his warrior archetype, I think.
Animal hypostasis emulation. Absorption test.
Oh, no, Viz. I forgot to finish them up. You know, I'm the kind of player, I just kind of take things at my own pace. And then when I really need to get desperate and start fishing for Primo Gems, I can just tell myself, yeah, I can get them later. Chris, don't you dare say they're coming after 1. If we get no more leaks, even though this guy has the dang magazine in his hand, if we don't get more leaks in 25 minutes, I'm out. I can't. Oh, Sarge, the reason I didn't go for retracing Bolide is just because I haven't done that domain, and I hate doing that domain. That's the only reason. And so, right now, my Noelle, I'm not building her anymore. I'm not building her artifacts anymore. I've just kind of left her where she is. So she's not really optimized. She's just a girl I keep around. Like, I keep telling myself eventually I'll get back to her, but my focus right now has been on the support people. Like, my official 2 isn't built. So right now, I'm still focused on building Sucrose, Hu Tao, and Zhao. I think. And then I'm also preparing Xiangling in case I want to do a 4-star run. And, oh, Venti. Venti's the other guy that I've been kind of working on. So yeah, that's the only reason. Noelle, she's in a comfortable place. That's why I've left her where she is. Yeah, no. Like, the 4-piece gladiator is entirely just, I didn't have anything else to give her at that point in time. Eventually, the plan is to give her a different set, but for now, I'm just not there. I think that gladiator set is the gladiator set I gave her like since the beginning of the game. That's probably the first set that I gave her once I started getting the 5 stars, and I haven't changed it since then. Just too many other characters to deal with. I'm surprised you didn't. Let's see. Time Wizard is still crazy. In Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s, they already do that in the recent arc. They're allowed to lose 5 times before the 6th one where the villain wins. Oh, nice. Red Eyes Darkness Dragon was my favorite card. Oh, that's the upgrade version, right? That allows characters from the attack side to lose once in a while not affecting the stakes. Oh, nice. If you get it onto the field, it has more attack than Blue Eyes. It was used in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Oh, okay. His deck didn't focus on Red Eyes. He just liked the card. Oh, he didn't focus on it? Wasn't he using Red Eye's armor during Waking the Dragons? Oh, my mistake then. I thought he had used a Red Eye's archetype at some point. Trip, you think in a new chapter, Izuku will finally call out the bullying he's endured from Bakugo? That should have happened earlier in the season. Don't see it happening now. I don't see it happening either. Like, legitimately, I don't see Izuku calling it out. I love how Yugi and Atom build different decks throughout the series. I loved the final fight with Yugi and Atom. Just seeing Yugi's more innocent kind of cards. And Yugi was using level mechanic, and I personally really love the level up mechanic. So, love seeing the Silent Magician and all that kind of stuff in there. Silent Magician was my favorite card growing up. Oh wait, guys, thinking about it, if Atsushi put that up at 10:55 my time, it's been 13 minutes. I think we're back to like 15-minute intervals with Atsushi's leaks here. I think that's what's going on. I like that Joey is known as the 3rd best duelist in the world. Was the girl in GX actually Joey's daughter, or was that just me? I don't think she was Joey's daughter. I always find it funny how little we know about characters' deck composition. Yeah, and like they never tell you what they're slotting out. There's some, like the characters in Arc 5, I know what their decks do because their decks are like so competitive. They have so many duplicates of cards. It's like, okay, I'm pretty sure I know what you're doing most of the time. Let's see. Sucrose and Venti can be built with pure elemental mastery. Yes. I believe my Venti, I'm transitioning him over to elemental mastery after... Actually, let's see what I've got for him. He should be going towards elemental mastery. I just don't know if I have enough of Viridescent. Yeah, wait. Is he going towards elemental mastery? He should be. Mind you, I'm still in the process on this one. Elemental mastery, elemental mastery. Ah, yeah, so I just need one more elemental mastery piece for that one. Yeah, so my current plan is to get another Viridescent that has elemental mastery for him, and then he'll be on elemental mastery all the way throughout. So the project's still ongoing. Original anime Yu-Gi-Oh decks weren't customized that well. Mostly just a bunch of cards you like, not necessarily compatible with the rest of the deck. They're dropping a bunch of beginners or randoms before the 2nd year anniversary Pokemon Masters. Yeah, random. I saw that. I remember having the Red Eyes Darkness Dragon deck as a kid. Even had a disc. I remember going to school with it in elementary. Oh, nice, Ty. I had the dual disc from Waking the Dragons because that was the only one that came to the island. So I had that one, and I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh cards with my neighbor. I think that too, when I was a kid, I made my own dual disc out of paper. And we would play it because we didn't have the actual real toy. And I think the dual disc pretty much worked, although it was really impractical. Which unfortunately, that's what those dual discs were at the end of the day, impractical. If we do get the leaks, Atsu will tease it for like half an hour, then start the leaks and be like 10 to 20 between leaks. Yeah, they're trying to get players to use the gems before it drops. I like the Armed Dragon level up cards as well. Oh yeah, Armed Dragon was good. Did he post again? I don't see any postings on any of my stuff. Trying to get players, got that. Hello, Tomato. Jaden and Alexa should have been a thing. Well, that's how it goes, Gohan. I guess probably check the manga, see if they became a thing there. If I could meet the author, I wouldn't ask why he didn't have it happen. Oh, but Gohan, the anime is his own thing. The author for the Yu-Gi-Oh manga, he does crazy differences. Like, the ending for Arc 5 in the manga is crazy and kind of creepy. I'm so in love with Mushoku Tensei. Oh, good, good, Death Ray. From Class 1-8. Guys, that's the 4chan spoiler.
Wanna come over for tea?
Yo, where is it, man? Is it on the back? Oh, no, there it is. Guys, that's the 4chan spoiler. That's 100% the 4chan spoiler. I'm digging for it. I'm digging for it.
Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Woo.
Yeah. The 4chan spoilers. Class A to One for All. When will Konami finally sell dual runners? I don't know, but I need them. I used to read so much Jaden LX fanfic stories as a kid, and people were obsessed with making Jaden Supreme King at the beginning of the series. Too bad Yu-Gi-Oh! Holographic duels never became a thing. Still hoping for it. Early on, I assume they picked the cards based on popularity and promotion, not competitive decks. Jaden was a very good duelist, just the romance stuff was lacking for me. Yeah. Okay, guys, so quick recap. We now have the confirmation. The 4chan spoilers are the ones we're looking at, because the 4chan spoilers have that title. So now we gotta look for the color page for the chapter is Class A members in green clothes plus Aizawa and I think All Might. And then other things that we're looking at here is this is going to be an Ida. Like, Ida's going to have a significant scene here. Ida's going to get blasted into the sky between Shoto and Uraraka most likely, along with most likely reciprocal turbo boost propulsion. Ida is the only person who has the body that can withstand the speed. And then he fires and grabs Izuku's hand. I won't let go. It's Ingenium that runs everywhere and takes the hand of a lost child. Mind your own business is the essence of being a hero. So like a variation on that. So that's what we are looking at for something. Now, is there any more beyond that? There should be, because that's really only covering one scene. We'll have to keep an eye out. And Atsushi is pretty much going at 15 minutes in between spoiler updates. So we're back to regular old Atsushi, of course. But otherwise, this is good. Good that we have... Good that right now it looks like the 4chan spoilers came through for us. At the very least, 4chan got the title right. But now, I do not see... Yeah, I don't see any updates here. Oh.
Wanna come over for tea?
Okay, if anyone, I'm just looking at something. I don't know if Atsushi put this out as well, but 4chan has some spoilers. Okay, no worries. I got Discord on my side. 4chan has another spoilers. They're saying that the Unforgiven, there's going to be the episode where Natsu's in trouble, can Endeavor search himself to find atonement. So that's the ending episode. After that, the next episode is called Ballad of Youth Eraserhead, and it goes back to Eraserhead, Present Mike, and Midnight's Past when they were students in UA. And what's this? A fourth member. So the Shira Kumo introduction. And then 108 is the unbelievable Bakugo family. For weekend break, Bakugo's parents invite Todoroki and Izuku for a trip to the beach. But someone has been watching Bakugo since the sludge incident. I don't know if that's real. Keep it in mind, I guess. I just kind of found that on 4chan. I don't know. I don't know. That sounds... I'm not sure. I hope not. Kind of a waste of time. Let's see. Almost knocked myself out with my dual disc when I went to dual mode. Those things were dangerous. 100%, man. Those things were super dangerous. I loved slamming them together though, like in the anime. That was so fun. But at the same time, it's like I could, if I punched someone with that dual disc, I could break a jaw. I'm pretty sure. Anyway. White Despair says, so going off the earlier spoilers, Izuku will attempt to flee using Fajin, but will be stopped by this combo from Todoroki, Ira, and Ochako. Bakugo might also be in the combo. I'm not sure, because I'm looking at the spoilers and it's just like, they say expanded cold heat wave. That sounds to me like it's Shoto. And explosive turbo cluster propulsion. That might be Ira and Bakugo together, but there's 3 parts to it. I'm hoping it's Ira. Bakugo episode sounds silly. 41 people, holy crap. Do you... 41 people? Nice. Wow, we have a lot of people. Do you think the anime will include stuff for vigilantes in the Shirakumo introduction? That's the smart thing to do. I mean... Yeah, that's the smart thing to do. If I was the anime, I would have Shirakumo in there. Just because... But I would do it quickly. I do 5 chapters to an episode. Like, they did the same... They did that before in... Shizaki's arc, so I think they should do it here again if they're gonna go down this route.
Billy Churl, silly Billy, hilly Churl.
But yeah, the Bakugo episode, I don't know, man. Oh, hey, young man. Bakugo sounds silly. Do you think the anime will... Oh, got that. Cool fortune. I would guess we will check them more for a while. Yeah, I keep refreshing, but I don't see anything else. The episode title's coming out now. Okay. Someone has just posted that the previous spoiler was correct. I'm just gonna check because they re-uploaded it. So I'm gonna check and see if there's any new information here. Jason said the voice actors and producers talked about Villain Academia, so it does exist. Just don't know about the quality. Yeah, no, I think Villain Academia exists as well. Because, like, you wouldn't have the opening the way it is unless it exists. Zero G Ira could fly very well, yes. The person I could use to duel made up fake rules and card effects, but people never believed me because we were casuals. So we kept winning by cheating. Damn. They might just skip the most of the My Villain Academia arc. They can never come back from this. Can't wait for the YouTube videos. Yeah, now I'm fully in. Just the My Hero Academia stuff alone won't be enough for people to care. Yeah, if the anime only still enjoy it, then the changes to Villain Academia become good trivia. That's pretty much it. For YouTubers, it'll be fine because YouTubers live off of trivia. Well, I live off of trivia, so I'll be fine. Now, for the spoiler I found on 4chan, there were a few more things here, but I couldn't make them out. At the beginning of the spoiler, it said that there was ice wall jumping platform at the time of the recapture. So, I don't know how to interpret that. I can only assume that means Izuku jumped out of the ice wall. And then... Oh, Acid Man. Wait, I think I just deciphered another part of this thing. At some point, there's an Acid Man with some kind of solubility protective coating. So that might be Ashiro coming in there. That's what it is. It's Acid Man. So I think we see Acid Man in the chapter if the 4chan spoiler continues being correct. Okay, and it's been 10 minutes since the last Atsushi spoiler, so we probably have 5 more minutes until he gives us the next little bit. I feel like a watchdog. This is funny. I guess if we're ever in a situation where aliens are coming into the world, guys, and we have like a play-by-play, yeah, I think I'll be here and I'll be giving you guys the play-by-play of like, yeah, guys, yeah, the aliens just blew up this city. Pretty terrifying. Hope none of you guys were there. I hope they come in peace. If there are aliens, I hope they come in peace. I wonder what the main cast of Mashima's next manga... Wait. Will the main cast of Mashima's next manga be copies of Raidmaster again? I hope he doesn't pull that a 3rd time. Yo, Death Ray, like, you gotta consider. The guy just likes his designs. Like, Jalal and Erza are gonna be there forever. If he brings in any other aspects from his older series, it's just he likes his characters. I say just let him. It's not like they're copies. Like the characters do different things. Just let it. Oh, here we are. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Guys, here we go. Oh, sorry, Maggreen Kirby. The bad arc was the final arc that involved criminal chefs coming into the story, and then people being very stupid when it came to actual criminals that worked for the mafia. It was just like Soma went super edge, and it's pretty much the blue arc as well. It's where they show the blue, and the blue just wasn't good. Okay, so let's go into this. Kirishima Hagakure. It's the final arc of the show, Mega Green Kirby. Kirishima Hagakure and Aoyama hand the unconscious dictator to Endeavor, who just got there in his car. So I don't like that already. Why are they by themselves? He says that he needs them to keep the nearby civilians safe, but Hawk suggests that leaving it to Genus would be better. Endeavor, however, trusts in the students, saying that they will be helpful. So, did he just pull Kirishima, Hagakure, and Aoyama away from the Izuku situation? Shoto is screaming to Izuku that he doesn't know what All for One's real plan is, that he might even take this chance to attack Yue. They have to fight together. Okay, I actually like that Shoto is saying it out loud that he might attack Yue. Thank God. They have to fight together, but Izuku tells them that this is a battle between One for All and All for One, and so they shouldn't interfere. Like, that's where it's going to end. The series is going to end with Izuku and All Might likely against All for One and Shigaraki. Oh, okay, I get it, Death Ray. Like, I was gonna say, like, nah. Death Ray, look, man. If people can't just have a fun time with a series, at some point you just gotta say screw 'em, man. Like, your time is worth more than complaining with people on the internet. Come on. Like, don't let it get to you, man. Like, at the very least, the guy is successful. You, as a fan, don't have to worry about anything. The guy has done something that not many other shonen authors have pulled off. He's actually been able to stay relevant after his first popular series. He had Rave Master, he did great, he continued. He then went into Fairy Tail, another long runner, continued. He did Eden Zero, long runner, continued. The man has succeeded where everyone else, or where a lot of other people have failed. Like the big notable one is Kishimoto. Kishimoto is a one and done. He did Naruto and that's all he's got. But Mashima is probably always going to stick around. Like, as a fan of a series, you're probably in a better position than a lot of other fans who are holding out for their author to rise to the occasion. Yeah, I need to take that advice about arguing with people online. Well, the big thing I want is, like, mind you, if you find a way to profit off of it, then all the power to you. But it's just you guys have more important things to do than argue with nobodies, and especially like if they're being way too ignorant. At that point, it's not worth it. And mind you, like, I sometimes get caught in it too. Sometimes I start arguing with people on Reddit, and it's just like, this is a waste of time. When I step away from the computer and spend an hour like doing something else, I come back and it's like, oh yeah, I'm not answering this guy. Yeah, no, what's the point? No, that's a waste of time. That's how I try to think about it. Trip, what's your go-to girl in Soma? Oh man, I loved Irina. Irina was I do appreciate Irina. I don't like what the final arc did to her, but I really do appreciate Irina. I was gonna do a little bit of Abyss. Chief, I challenge you to a duel. Challenging you will help me practice for my final showdown against Kyle. It's the only way, Chief. All right, Mark. But Mark, this duel, things will never be the same ever again. Oh, Mark, I probably could. Yeah, yeah. If we had a duel, Mark, I would 100% have something like crime noir. Yeah, my deck would be themed on crime noir. Yeah, it'd be a cool one. It'd be a cool one. Yeah, guys, actually, if you were duelists, oh, I feel lame talking about it, but Yu-Gi-Oh was such a good part of my childhood. I can't regret my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Yeah, guys, if you were duelists, what would your themes for your decks be? Like, you know, I'm not talking about an effective deck. I'm talking entirely your style. If you were trying to like be a character on the show and you just want to have your deck reflected reflecting your personality, what kind of deck would you go for? Like, I do think I'd 100% go into the level decks because I just love the level decks too much. The level decks are super cool. Oh, you guys can also tell me if you have like any conceptual kind of things, any conceptual decks that you like the idea of, but maybe they don't work. Like, there's a few archetypes that I really enjoyed. Like, I like Dark World archetype quite a lot. I think I had yeah, I think I had like a Dark World deck at one point, but I didn't have all the cards for it, so I, you know, couldn't be competitive with it. What other ones did I have?
Animal test 6308. Stand clear. Swirl. Mark 2.
Yeah, level deck was another good one. And then, oh yeah, Familiar Possessed. The Familiar Possessed cards, I really enjoyed them, even though they don't really work as their own proper archetype. But yeah, they were neat cards.
Surrender and I'll be
Oh.
gentle.
Let me go get rid of this guy. Oh, I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Damn it. New spoilers. Okay. Yo, I think Atsushi knows that 4chan has spoilers because the man's going fast. All right, cool. So let's talk here. I should have read your guys' comments. I'm sorry, guys. I should have read your comments before going into play. Before playing Genshin. Deku breaks free of Shoto's ice. Suyu tries to catch him with her tongue. He dodges it, but it was actually to launch Mineta into the air. Mineta uses his new technique, Mineta beads 10 joint. I really wish he didn't call it beads. And grabs Deku. He says that he never thought One for All was cool. What really made Izuku shine was the ability to win even while trembling in fear. That actually says a lot. Deku apologizes to Mineta and shoots Black Whip to the nearby buildings, ready to use Fajin. But Uraraka comes from above, saying that she won't let him get away. So that might be where we the next bit will most likely be Ida. I like the dinosaur deck from GX. Okay, so let me go back and read your guys' comments. If All for One does attack UA after this, I won't be able to hold back my laughter. It'll basically be the Nagant situation all over again, where the heroes predict exactly what All for One would do. Speaking of ending, and then starting something new, what is Horikoshi going to do after Hero Academia ends? I generally wonder if he'll do anything and what he'll do differently from Hero Academia. If I was him, I'd just coast. I'd just let the anime do a Next Generations and just sign on as a supervising producer and just coast. Hiro can and will just do another series with hot girls and it will be successful and the internet will be so salty. Of course. RPG themed deck. Oh, okay. Miguel gets RPG themed. Mr. Amon gets Dragon. Oh, Archfiend for speed. I use hardcore play Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament, hundreds of USD on cards. Oh, cool, Jason. A Momo spin-off. Tell me all there is and I might answer. Mega, that's a lot. Element deck, Gravekeeper, I mean. Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, the Gravekeepers. Okay, I remember the Gravekeepers. Angel and Holy theme cards. You know Kirishima is a fan favorite. They made their own archetype with support cards and a structure deck. Oh, right. You're talking about the Familiar Possessed, right? Shadow or Dark type deck. A lot of meta decks. Black Whim, Glad Beast. Oh, nice, man. I like the dinosaur deck from GX. Had good combo. Maybe you both could duel on stream once Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duels get released. Yeah, maybe. My deck would be based around the lovely ladies of Duel Monsters. Nice, Mark. I like the Arrow Mage deck. Beads. Mineta intentionally did that, rubbing his beads all over Deku. My favorite archetype are the heroes, so I probably use that. If not, then I use VTuber archetype if they had more support. Didn't get into Yu-Gi-Oh, but I play a deck focused on traps and being a pain in the butt. I played Masters Gallery during the year, so I enjoy blue. Gotcha, Lightsworn. Use Junker Hero deck. Man, you guys have such cool picks. Man, you guys are so cool. I think you guys are super cool. Okay, but now let's get serious and talk about big boy things and big girl things. We're talking about Hero Academia. Yeah. So I think it's funny that Suyu, like the idea that Suyu would try to catch Izuku with her tongue. Mind you, that's not what she did. She was launching Mineta. But if she actually did that, that would have been hilarious. Mineta, I think Mineta was badly used here. If I was them, the moment that Tokoyami is able to touch Izuku, if I was them, I would have had Mineta's balls on my hands. Like when Kaminari comes next to Izuku, there's no reason for Kaminari to not approach Izuku with one of Mineta's balls stuck to his hand so that he can just plop it onto Izuku. Nothing wrong with that. Heck, have some... Everyone should have had a Mineta bodysuit and just been able to stick themselves to Izuku's body. I think they have greatly misused Mineta's strategic potential here. I think this is showing us that they are small-brained. I think Mineta should have been more worthwhile here. I do appreciate what Mineta was saying, but I think this is just a vast underutilization of Mineta and Momo as well. Just not feeling it. Yeah, Sam, I know, but we got we gotta talk about Mineta's balls. Mineta's balls were the key to the winning this. Every single person that Izuku shook off, he shook off because he did not have Mineta's balls stuck to him. Mineta's balls, damn it. Anyway, Mark, yeah, if we... Oh, right, I'm in Spiral. Oops, I forgot. I forgot I'm in Spiral. Okay. This is gonna be tough. They could mess up and stick themselves. A risk... Look, if you're a kid, you're working, you're being a hero. If you don't have the judgment to be able to avoid sticking yourself to a wall, then I have to really wonder how smart you are. Like... I think at some point I have to say, come on, you gotta be willing to actually do something you're uncomfortable with and stick Mineta's balls onto your body and actually be able to handle it. You know, like you're a hero. You're supposed to be able to work together. Because you're unable to work with one guy's really weird quirk, you let Izuku get away. You know, I would argue it. I would argue it. Oh, L's here. Okay, so if I recall correctly, Death Ray is 1 near and Revenant is L, I think. There was an anime GX that had a different version of the hero type. Oh, you mean the Destiny heroes? Is there any spin-off? I want to see the world here when quirks first appeared. Oh, that'd be good. I would want the burn deck that actually works. Oh, like a hand burn deck? Do the Deku being the greatest hero series, My Hero Agency, then after that do next gen. Let's see. They could mess up and stick themselves. I think Mineta is fine. Balls are too sticky for most of the class. So far, I only see a couple posts about spoilers. Not feeling it, Mr. Krabs on Manga Helpers. Just come with gas mask and sleep gas. Use Momo properly, but she's OP like Eraserhead. Hody doesn't know how to balance her, so she behaves stupidly for a genius character. Agreed! Completely agreed. But Jason, you know I agree with you. Wait, Uraraka does something? So far, she shows up above him, but we got nothing else right now. I don't know if anything popped up on Twitter, though. I don't see anything on Twitter. If you guys spot anything on Twitter, let me know. Because he did this last time. You know what? I'll also reload, I'll reload 4chan real quick. Yeah, I don't see anything else on 4chan. Wait, no. There's images on 4chan. Oh, at Sushi, you're losing the game. You're losing the war at Sushi. You just want to say Mineta's balls, maybe. Spoiler images. Alright, spoiler images. Where am I looking for spoiler images? Because I found them on 4chan as well. I'm looking fast here. So let me see. Red Bar got Shaft again. Momo's a character I feel badly for. Momo's such a waste. What's the point of seeing her quirk develop if she's not... The most recent writing of a female character was in One Piece with how Oda treated Smoothie. But no, like, Smoothie was a basic. Like, she wasn't an important character, man. She wasn't gonna get anything. Any Black Clover spoilers? Mr. Amon probably. But oh, okay. I see Midoriya now. Okay, so I can see Midoriya's things here. And we got Nagant's picture. That's neat. Yeah, no, Gohan, because like she's basic. Like what we're now in the era where even the top fighters of a crew don't really get screen time, man. Like it's just how that goes. I mean, I agree with you. Like I would have rather people in Big Mom's crew actually got more screen time, but they didn't. Okay. So guys, Atsushi has the pictures on Twitter. Oh, dang it, there's more. There's more, there's more. God dang it. I'm trying to keep up, but everything's coming out quickly. Oh, there it is. Yep, the 4chan spoiler was correct. Oh, hey, Cody Dawson. We're in the middle of getting this stuff. Yo, Cody, were you the one that asked me a question about Mushoku Tensei yesterday? Because my internet cut out right, or like my OBS cut out right when you asked the question, if that was you. So I apologize. So let's read here. Uraraka remembers what she said when Bakugo was kidnapped, that she would feel frustrated to be rescued by everyone. She says that this time is different, but before she can finish the sentence, Deku dodges her and soars into the sky. I'm so happy that he's bringing this up, because this is one of like the worst. Like that Ochako moment was so bad that it spawned the Ochako is the traitor theory. So I'm glad that she's able to say it's different. She screams, guys, and we see that they're all working together. Shoto created an ice track like the one he did in Camino. So, White Despair was correct, and Ashido used 0.1 Corrosion Acid Man. So that was the solubility, so the spoiler was correct with Acid Man. Dark Shadow and Sato push Bakugo and Shoto all the way up. Shoto uses his Flash Freeze hit wave, blasting Bakugo to the sky, and Uraraka makes him float. So it's Bakugo going into the sky, which is a reversal of how they launched the first time. Although this time, we're still waiting for Ida. So Ida's going to be doing something here as well. But we're seeing where everything is happening here. Revenant, you're calling it too soon. Because Ida's going to grab him. Because the 4chan spoilers told us that much. Oh, this is chaos. No, I don't think it's gonna be Bakugo grabbing Izuku's hand. Like Ida's, like the 4chan spoilers specifically, Ida, whose body can withstand the speed, fires and grabs Izuku's hand. So Ida is still, like, the Ingenium line, Ida's still involved here, so we just haven't seen that part yet. But Atsushi's going a little bit faster. Wait, actually, is he going that fast? Yeah, he's going a little bit faster. He's going in between 10 minutes. Did Kirishima do anything? No. Kirishima, he just went to help Endeavor. So you can see the images on Atsushi's main account. He's posted them there. Oh, sorry. Backup account. It's on the backup. And he's pretty much just handing off a villain to Endeavor. I don't like that. Like, that to me feels like the author just gave up on a bunch of characters. Like, he couldn't figure out how to make them work there. I don't like that at all. Like, you just... all the good feelings that we had from last week, he just kind of broke it. I'm going to study that 4chan spoiler again. See if there's anything I missed. No, it's pretty much Ida's going to have the final word here, it looks like. Let's see. But how did they know of Fajin's speed? Well, Bakugo might have just thought Izuku might try to hit 100%. Like, Bakugo knows he can barely keep up with Izuku. So I think they just assumed that Izuku can probably move fast. And we don't know, like maybe All Might leaked info. Actually, no, they don't know about the third user. Let's see. At least it looks like he had a cool panel. It's your fault, Trip. You jinxed Kirishima doing anything after the war. Sorry, man. Sorry. I mean, it's hard to use Kirishima quirk in a team combo. Yeah, that's fair. It's Poison. You're right. It is hard, but it's on the author to try and make it work. He was able to make Ojiro work with his tail. He gave Tokoyami many different things to do. Actually, if you look at the spoilers here, I think there was a spot where you had Tokoyami coming in again. Oh yeah, no. Dark Shadow and Sato push Bakugo and Shoto all the way up. Tokoyami has been the most useful person here so far, right? But even though it's hard to use Kirishima correctly, it's on the author to figure out a way to do it. There's no more excuses for the author. It's on him to figure out how to make these characters work if he wants to actually be about these kids all coming in together to help Izuku. Make it work. You're the author. Get creative. Like in any other series, we would be berating this, but it's because it's Hero Academia. We're all being very understanding of it. That would be my very aggressive perspective on it. I'm happy Kirishima at least had that cool panel with his mask off. Well, Jazz, I appreciate that. I can appreciate finding something that you enjoy in that still. I mean, it's just a face shot though. Like I'm looking at it, you know, underwhelming. I'm underwhelmed. One Piece is too big of a story for how much Oda crams into the story. I want to see Unbreakable versus One for All. He could tank some blows to tire out Izuku. Kirishima had the team combo in the Camino raid though. Now I will say though, you know, I'm getting ahead of myself. Kirishima and Hagakure and Aoyama might come back, but we'll have to see if it happens in this chapter. Like they might come back for the next chapter if we're still doing other things. But this is supposed to be the climax, so like also worth keeping that in mind. Like he might still have a trick in his back pocket. So I'm being aggressive because you know it's fun, but gotta be fair. Gotta give him the benefit of the doubt. The situation isn't settled until we're out of the arc. I still want to like for an example. If Kirishima doesn't get a moment, Sato was the guy that was propelling them along with Dark Shadow. You could have had Kirishima do the propulsion if you really wanted to. I mean, it would take a little bit of effort to work it in there, but you could have had Momo make jetpacks and attach it to Kirishima and have Kirishima go into the sky. Make some kind of joke about Kirishima being aerodynamic because of how sharp he is or something like that. Not really much you can do with Kirishima's hardening when the person they're fighting isn't launching any attacks. That's a good point. Still hoping Momo is doing something behind the scenes. Launch Kirishima as a human bullet to knock out Izuku. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you can launch Kirishima at him and probably grab him. Love the Tokoyami is the MVP. Red Riot could have body blocked Izuku with the help of Tokoyami. I did like the mentioning of the Sun God and Wano arc, especially in what the name means. Yes, surprised they didn't try to blind Izuku with light manipulation. I mean, this is not the climax of the fight, right? Well, Poison, last week, the editorial comment said that this week was going to be the climax. So that's the only thing. The thing is also, the editorial sometimes should not be believed. We just don't know if this was a case where it should have been believed or not. Just keep it in mind, because it might tell us how this particular chapter ends. Kirishima could get Deku in a Nelson hold. That could work. I mean, at the end of the day, they're using Sato. They're making use of Koda. They're making use of Sato, Koda. Who else are they using that's really hard to use? Ojiro. He made use of those characters. He could have been creative. He could have switched things around. Oh, Jason, no, we're talking full on about the spoilers. Now we're caught in the middle of it, Jason. Jason, if you don't have access to the Discord, you can check out the the spoilers so far. I posted them in the chat. Yeah, we're just going through it right now.
Time for takeoff. Steady as stone.
So far, Jason, Izuku hasn't escaped. He is, he's doing his best, but the kids launched their combo. Jason, were you here for the 4chan spoiler? The 4chan spoiler was pretty on point for this stage that we're at right now. Whew, that was close.
How rude. Yahoo! Leave it all to me.
Do,
Of grace.
do. Yeah, Poison, I know that Ojiro is more mobile, but I want to just make it clear, like, all it takes to make Kirishima work is just change up the situation. Just change it up. Kaminari, at the end of the day, didn't really do anything worthwhile. You could have had Kirishima and Kaminari together trying to hold down Izuku. Like, there's many ways that you can get creative and bring these characters to do something relevant. That's all I'm saying. And I don't think that's a wrong thing to say. And just because something is hard doesn't mean that we should just excuse that the author didn't go for it. Like, this is one of those moments where the meaning of the situation matters more than whether or not people are actually useful. And again, it's on the author to try and make this work and give every character equal representation in this particular fight, because this is what the thematics require. Oh, we got more. But again, you know, I'm arguing for a very specific point here. We got more points here. We got some narrations. I think Ida's ending this chapter. I see the Ida grab. I see the Ida grab now. So it's coming up in the next one that I'm posting. Okay, Uraraka narration. She says that they have a lot to say, but the words won't reach him. They don't want to be protected, and they're not trying to deny his ways. They just want to be by his side. Good. I agree. Baku uses a new technique midair, explosive speed turbo cluster. Oh, this is the one they were talking about in the spoilers. And shoots Ida even higher. He's covered by Mina's acid man. Bakugo narration this time. He says that he has something he must say to Deku, but right now Ida is the only one able to endure this speed. That's cool. So that's the context. Ida grabs Deku's hand, saying that he's challenging him. Flashback once again to the second user and his comment about something that could bolster Izuku right now. The Scabbards are so lackluster for their importance to the Wano arc. You know, the Scabbards, I think, did all right, Speed. They did all right for what they were doing. So, I like this. I like that we're coming back to the second user's narration about Izuku needs allies. I like that we're coming back to that because that's, again, that's pointing us more towards, hey, we're going to be teaming up with everyone here, which is what we want. We would rather this than Izuku just running away. Now, mind you, Izuku's an idiot, so I think we could still see a tragedy here if Izuku just says, no, screw it, I'm going off on my own, even though everyone is telling him otherwise. So I think it's important to note that right now, Izuku is in disagreement with the Vestiges. The Vestiges are not happy with what's going on, and as we know, only second user was agreeable with what Izuku was doing at the moment. So if we have a situation where Izuku runs away from his friends, we'll now be in a situation where not only the other Vestiges are against Izuku, but now even the second user is against Izuku. So if we go into Izuku gets away, thematically, we can still have second user be relevant, because what it'll be saying is that Izuku did something that even the second user is now disagreeing with. Just further saying how isolated Izuku is in this situation, which accentuates, in general, the feeling of isolation. So either way we go here, we can still make the narrative work, whether we have everyone coming together and doing what the second user says, or if we have Izuku going full stupid. Gohan says, I don't like that Luffy lost so many times to Kaido, was kind of met to me. Gohan, but that's how Luffy does. Luffy loses a lot. Like, this is more of the same, Gohan. Like, Luffy lost to Doflamingo in the first round. Luffy lost to, Crocodile a couple of, like, one time or two times. Like, Luffy loses. This is just who he is, and then he comes back stronger. This is just how Oda does the story. Is this the end of the chapter? No, Poison. We still have Ida's dialogue left. So Ida needs to make the comments about the past. So once we see the Ida comments, that'll probably be the end of the chapter. And maybe, like, whether or not Izuku gets away. Yeah, Gohan, but, like, Luffy's fighting a guy that's out of his weight class. Legitimately. He's legit fighting a guy out of his weight class. Oh, the Midoriya account on Twitter has more images. Uraraka looks really good. She looks like she got a nice little shot there. Like, she looks really desperate. Good for her.
Silly churl,
I like this a little bit
Billy
because it's just a little bit of a
churl,
relay. Good
silly
stuff. Good stuff.
Billy churl. Ooh.
No, the ending is going to be probably closer to Ida's comments. We're still waiting for Ida's comments.
One client, two clients, three clients.
Let's see. I want team up stuff. Cool to see that Mina is actually being really useful. At least her acid is. No, she's being really useful. It looks like the acid was used to kind of, you know, maybe reduce friction. Maybe make it so that Ida doesn't burn up as he's going at a high speed. I don't think it's to let him slip through the air, but I do think probably reduce friction. Deku might run into Kirishima. Deku break Ida's spine in half to get away from his classmates. That would be horrible. Since Aoyama, Kirishima, and Hagakure haven't got a moment, maybe this contributes to a character moment later on. I'm hoping for that. Like, I want to see them still get a moment. Also, Aoyama and Hagakure being there could lead to more speculation on trader stuff since they aren't around to activate his danger sense. I don't know about that, Jazz, because Izuku's danger sense activates from a distance. So I don't know about that. Given that Izuku is using danger sense to find when something's going off in a place, and we've seen this before, that's what I say throws it off. So the ending is where the chapter flash. No, not that. If it was Blackbeard, he would have put him down. Like, Blackbeard would have put down Kaido? Yeah, but Blackbeard's got way more experience on Luffy. Like, Blackbeard's a new world level pirate from the beginning. Him losing kind of makes sense. Everyone warned Luffy not to fight. He didn't listen, and this is what happened. Seems like Ida challenging Izuku might be a callback to his sports festival. But 3 times a bit much. No, not really, Gohan. This is it's Kaido. Like, for me, I don't really mind. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Got it. There is a whole page of Ida's hand holding Izuku. There we go. Oh, there it is. End of chapter is right there. So the end of chapter is Ida. Okay, kid. Oh, not kids. Team. So there's a whole page of Ida's hand holding Izuku's. The continuation of the second line is people run alongside him. Okay, legitimately. Who is surprised by that line? That it was people, pretty much allies. Who was surprised by that? No. We've been talking about that the whole time. Deku asks once again for Ida to get away, but he refuses. He says he's Ingenium, the one who will run anywhere to hold a lost child's hand. We know that from the other spoilers. The first time was Kaido allowing Luffy to hit him to see what he's capable of. He says that he's sticking into other people's business is what makes him a true hero. Both of them are crying. End of chapter. So, interestingly, it's not Ochako or Bakugo that get the big significant handhold. It's Ida crying at Izuku. Back with there. Wait, Jazz, are you really surprised about that line that it was allies? Were you surprised about that? Because we've been talking about that forever. But that's okay, man. Your excitement is palpable. So Deku is definitely going back to UA. Kind of hope Deku doesn't injure Ida by accident. Well, things are kind of sketchy here. Because, like, this was Ida's big moment to try and grab Izuku. But now the issue is, if this is the climax, Izuku can still run away. Izuku can 100% still run away. This is a predicament. Oh, okay, I see you, Jazz. Okay, so you were saying, I know some people were just saying Baku specifically since Baku was the only one shown in the initial chapter. Okay, I get you, I get you. Yeah, no, man. Like over here, we were going more towards allies. It was allies because that made more sense with the second user. Because the second user, um, he was the kind of person that probably had many allies, right? Like they talk about how his allies died and all that. So overall, it's cool. And yeah, Uraraka does say something to Izuku, right? She says that this time it's different. She just tells Izuku that okay, let me find it here. So Izuku apologizes to Mineta and shoots Black Whip to the nearby buildings, ready to use Fajin, but Uraraka comes from above saying that she won't let him run away. Uraraka remembers when she said when Baku was kidnapped that he would feel frustrated to be rescued by everyone. She says that this time it's different. But before she can finish the sentence, Izuku dodges her and soars into the sky. So she doesn't get a good moment with Izuku the same way that Ida does. Like, Ida seems like he has a stronger moment in general, but I think probably wait till the next chapter to just see a little bit more. Mega Green Kirby, the Sekirays, they were clones though, right? Because there were like multiple Sekirai ships or something like that. You know what can Luffy do to get stronger than Kaido? His hockey's probably on par with him, but what can Luffy change? It's pretty much hockey, because hockey gets stronger the more he fights people at a higher level. Breaks that I didn't get to see an Izo Ochako moment, but you get to see Izuku Ida. Even with this information, I still don't see Izuku going back. Also, Tsuyu moment was better than Ochako. Ochako's still getting screwed over. I get it that technically Ida had more right and build up in the series to be the right person in this moment, but Ochako should be the most important. No, I personally can't see Izuku running away after this. I just think there have just been way too many callbacks and rhetorics involved here. If Izuku got away, he probably inevitably... Like, you can't imagine Jujukai having a moment like this. No, never. Jujukai doesn't do depth. It can't do it. No way, man. Jujukai can never do it. No, like Mega Green Kirby, I remember the Sekirai's like flat out had multiple clones of the same person. But yeah, I don't really remember enough of the manga to really talk about it. Imagine if they break the All Might statue. Oof, that would be rough. Yeah, Viz, I think that might be purposeful too. But like at the same time, Uraraka, like Izuku's been cutting off a few people sometimes. Sometimes he replies, sometimes he doesn't. I think just important for him to get away in general. But yeah, might have a like he's already at the point of tears, right? So he doesn't want to stay there. So White Despair said, I personally can't see Izuku running away after this. I just think there have been way too many callbacks and rhetorics involved here. Okay, so guys, it's midnight, so we're gonna go for 10 more minutes and then we're gonna call it there. We got the majority of the important information out, so we're good in that sense. But yeah, White Despair continued, everyone coming to Izuku's aid yet again would feel repetitive and not nearly as interesting as this attempt. Yeah, see, I want this to be the thing, but in my mind, you know, you could still have Izuku be, Izuku be stubborn. Like, for the same reason that White Despair just doesn't see it happening after all of this, like all the stuff that the kids have done, to have Izuku say, screw you, I'm still doing my own thing, that would be such a giant FU to the kids that I think the author might still make him do it. He might legitimately make him do it. Just to really paint how much of a situation Izuku is in here. Again, I would rather not deal with it. I'm done with the angst. I want to see Izuku be good to go. I want to see his friends reach through to him. But ultimately, these people are doing what they're doing because they care about Izuku. And from my perspective, I just don't see them saying why it is that Izuku should let them go along with them. I don't see anywhere that someone has said, like, they haven't made it clear to him that they want to go along with him, and he hasn't been given any big rhetoric to actually work on when it comes to taking them along with him. Momo shouldn't because drugging people is illegal. Yeah, like I wonder what the editorial comment is for this chapter. Has anyone put out the editorial comment? I want to know what the editors are saying is going to be next. No, like what I want full on militia Izuku. I want Izuku moving with a troop of 19 people. I want them attacking in concert. I want to see just a full operation here. I want to see Momo in operations. I want to see Bakugo being intelligent with what they need to do. I want to see all kinds of wonderful things here from the kids. I want to see a well-working outfit. I want to see Ida coordinating captures. I want to see people taking turns being awake. Yeah, man, I want to see like something that looks like a nice military outfit. If we're gonna be in a war, I want to see this kind of stuff, man. But yeah, maybe I'm being unreasonable.
Come a little closer. Cross over. Go. Ring cutter.
Do 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 do.
Animal test 60.
Come on, almost there. There we go. Oh, someone's out? Random's out. Okay, I actually think out of the students, Ida's gonna die. I hope not. I just don't really see what Izuku getting away from this would bring to the series besides making Izuku look really, really stupid when his friends inevitably have to come to his aid yet again. Well, they might not come to his aid. Like, Izuku might get away by All Might's sacrifice and go back to UA, and that's where things have to... And that's where people just berate Izuku. And I think, like, Izuku has to look really, really stupid. I think that's what we're going to be getting here. Izuku, I don't think any of Izuku's problems have been addressed here properly. Like, he doesn't understand that he shouldn't be doing this. He just keeps seeing people that love him, and he keeps thinking, well, I love you guys too. That's why I can't let you guys get hurt. I don't think he's going to relent to these guys and the way they're approaching him. I'm waiting for the post-rest power-up saying, like, he was pushing his body to its limits 24/7, can handle more one for all. Blaze, that might happen. Oh, let's see. I wonder if Ida will end up like his brother in the final battle, like how his brother ended with Stain. I hope not. I see Izuku going back to UA out of sadness after a huge loss, while the others welcome him back while comforting him. I see that as well. Horikoshi pulling the opposite seems likely to me. Let's see. Bakugo's moment this chapter reflects the Izuku's moment in Kamino. Yes. Yeah, in terms of like picking someone else to be the one to grab him. I like the blonde in that harem because she's soon, but not too much to consider the MC husband. Alright, let's see. Revenant said, I want more Izuku individual time because for Izuku being the main character, this tiny little arc of him going rogue and being the main spotlight without having to share it isn't enough. I'm tired of sharing spotlight with the class. Well, Revenant, welcome to an ensemble cast. Do we ever see someone dying from eating 2 devil fruits? Yeah, we haven't seen it yet, Omar. Good night, chat. Good night. Oh, good night, Jason. I think Luffy's gonna get the ability to get Gear 3rd his entire body. Let's see. Like Stella from Chivalry of Phil Knight. Good soon. Let's see. There's a few other do it well. Well, when all this is over, I want to see a real full fight of Izuku wiping the floor with the whole class so that he is also OP. Seeing that he has to be the one to stop All for One. That'd be like validating, right? It'd make you feel good. I could see All Might and Bakugo coming to Izuku aid, and Bakugo dragging out Izuku while All Might distracted All for One and Shigi. Maybe. Trip, are you the one that mentioned the likes MCs that use guns? No. I don't really care for guns. Imagine that due to him pushing his body too much, he gets a crack out of one for all and discards the quirkless. Oh, gets a crack out of one for all and discards the quirkless or fit for one for all theory. Oh, that'd be great. I would love to see that theory fall away. Honestly, it's getting to the point, if All Might were to die, I'd like it to be finally instead of being impacted. Oh, you'd be like fan. Oh, I gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
Uma, get them! I must leave no.
That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate that you're at that point. But I understand.
Nice and
Oh god. It's just caught everywhere. Alright, let's go here.
Disappear.
Can I win? Can I win? I can win.
You're toast.
Never mind, I can't win. I can't win. Actually, no, I'm totally fine. Noelle's not gonna let us die.
I must leave no
We have too many sources of damage coming out. Okay, I've been waiting since chapter 1 for All Might to die. Jeez, Sam. And see ya, Death Ray. Let's see. I think you can eat 2 Delphus be a myth that will made up for people not to make people OP. I don't know. I feel like I'm quite happy with that limit, you know, personally. Let's see. I feel like considering these current emotional moments are going to be incredibly pertinent in the future in some way. This is all flashback material stuff. I think so as well, Jazz. I think if you have Izuku saying "screw you" to his friends, like, you can have them bring this up and be like, "You should have listened to us from the beginning." And I think if Izuku was to screw them over, it would show how blessed he is to have friends who are willing to forgive him for being so stupid. I mean, again, though, I'd rather just get this done with. Yeah, pretty much, Miguel. The theory on Blackbeard is that he's 3 people in one body. Yeah, pretty much, Speed. Hody's been throwing up Death Flag for 4 years since the overhaul arc. Yes. Well, I mean, since before the overhaul arc, too. Okay, guys. It's 12:10. We had a good run. I'm going to call it here. Going to call it a night. Going to go to bed. And yeah, this has been super wonderful. It's been super fun. You guys all rock. We'll talk more about it tomorrow when we got more pictures. I'll put up a spoiler video tomorrow morning as well, depending on how how my own projects are going, and then we'll call it. But yeah, guys, thank you all for being here. Gonna start giving out the good nights. So good night to Gohan, Mega, Omar, Gansta, Jazz, Sarge. I think it's a talent that people on Twitter can somehow spin the Ida moment and make it a Bakudeku moment. God. I'd like to see Stain try and claim that Ida isn't a real hero after this chapter. Agreed. Oh, Sar, Chris, Mark, that duel will come. Jazz, Matt, and I know Miraculous Ladybug Mega. Good night to Sam. Good night to Sarge. Good night to Gohan, Miguel. There's 40 people here. To the 40 people that were here, thank you so much for watching, and stay safe. Good night. Oh, good night, Ty. Deku next line to Ida is probably going to be like, teamwork won't save you all. Yeah. But, yeah. We'll have to see what happens next. Oh, the thing is that Izuku was going to be captured by Dictator. I'm just annoyed that no one is saying that. Yeah. Oh, Trip, quick Genshin to save stamina when swimming. Hold sprint and tap forward to use very little stamina. Oh, okay. Good night to Viz and Ty. And good night to Mr. Amon. Ending the stream in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Till next time, everybody.